Welcome back, Hex Tribe, Dirty Crypto Pirates. I don't know how you normally greet people.
Welcome to Candyland.
welcome to the shit show. This is the three horsemen. We lost one along the way.
Yeah, he just doesn't wake up yet. That's all.
Yeah, one of them hasn't had his Starbucks for the day, so maybe he'll come by, maybe not. But good to see all you guys. If you're not familiar with these guys, you know what the hell are you doing? You're living under a rock.
We sure have come a long way. Look, we got intros and
really
cool looking stuff behind us, and
you got a neon sign.
Neon sign.
Yeah.
Hex
got a Red Bull
can.
Hexo's got Richard all plastered back in.
It took 2.5 years before he got that Red Bull can.
Well, I had 3 up there, but it all fell down at some point. They all fell.
I think you were knocking them down. I was on a couple calls with you. Fucking Richard, god damn it!
I'm tired of it. I'm tired
of this stuff, man. Tired of his bullshit.
You know, I still feel like that, by the way.
So, what time did you guys find out about Hex? You know, when did you get?
When did you get into Hex?
When did you get into Hex?
How did you get into Hex?
How'd you get into Hex? When did you find Richard?
Where did you find Richard?
Well, it all started with this app called YouTube.
Yeah. I was his first viewer. I was the one to press the like the first time always. That's how long I've been around.
I didn't know we were in the presence of royalty. Sorry.
Yeah. Bow down to greatness.
And I remember when hexologists used to wear a lab coat.
Yeah.
You should bring the lab coat back.
I know. I've been thinking about it, but I also don't like to get dressed every single time I do it. So
it's a coat.
You call yourself a doctor.
It's not like you're freaking going through wardrobe and shit.
I have got all of the stuff over there. It's quite annoying to put on.
You wear a freaking suit and tie every day now.
Right. Yeah. And I'm wearing also shorts every day. So I try to.
I got my gym. Well, actually, I have all my gym clothes on. I just got done at the gym.
Did you tweet this out, Coffee?
I did tweet it. I put it in Telegram. People are trickling in. So, yeah, guys,
put it on.
Yeah, where's the chat? I try to turn the chat on. There we go. I got the chat turned on.
Also, I could hit you with the. So when do you think PulseChain's going to launch? I know how much everyone loves that question.
Well, we could talk about at least what do you think that it's coming out in the very near future, like in days or in the next couple of weeks or in months?
Well, I mean, I saw that file, right? What was that file? Release stable.
Right. Yeah.
Prepare stable release.
For stable release.
I don't even know if that's related to Pulse.
Well, no, it was only. Right. It was only for that. That was for the validator sets or whatever. It wasn't for anything really like mainnet focused. It was just some background ancillary validator shit.
Yeah, you sound like you know what you're talking about. So.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I never have known what I'm talking about.
Hey, everybody banking on that one. It comes
out right and guess now. What? And guess what? I'm just as right as everybody else out there. That's fucking
you are. You're exactly.
I haven't
the same way.
That's why I tweeted today. Nobody knows shit.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody does. Even that guy, Michael Burry or whatever, you know how he was right one time and they made a movie about him. And then he tweeted like He tweeted something like, sell all your stocks. And then he deletes his Twitter account. And everyone's like, oh, we're so fucked. And then he gets back on Twitter just the other day and he's like, yeah, I was wrong to say sell. Like,
I'm sorry, everybody. I can say it.
Yeah. Like even that guy,
even a broken clock's right twice a day, right?
Yeah, all these economists, Nouriel Roubini, like people just think they're smart, man. They jerk each other off, give each other awards. Yeah, they don't know what's going on.
Exactly, nobody knows what's going on. You just got to fucking live through it. You got to do your thing, go in the direction you think is the right direction, and fucking hope for the best.
Yeah, dollar cost averaging. If you're planning on getting, like, if you've got a regular job, like that's the put $100. If you're if you've got $100 extra a month, put that in. That's
and
what
don't ever quit your job at the top. Don't quit your job at the top.
Wait, you're not supposed to do that?
No, you're not supposed to do that.
Exactly.
That's got to be the most sane advice. Period. Ever. End. Period. Ever.
Yeah.
Don't quit your job at the top.
That's the best advice that I never took.
And they got their shit staked out for 15 years and they quit their job.
Yeah, if you don't have any money coming out like next month, probably not the best idea.
Because I got news for you. Richard's gonna find out a way to get your Pulse money and your PulseX money because he got our HEX money.
Yeah.
And he every time we made money, he got it back.
Yep.
Convinces you to buy HEX, convinces you to give it back.
Yeah.
No, that's almost as good of advice as don't sell all your 401k at the top of the 2017 cycle for Bitcoin. So I wish somebody would have told me that.
Oof.
Right.
I bought like 0.8 Bitcoin with my 401k. I was like, sick. It goes down to 3,000. Probably doxing too much there.
That's all right.
Hey, thank you. Happy 331. Oh, well, yes, sir.
331. It's Machine Gunner Day. Forgot it was the.
Oh, is it?
Is that real?
The Marines. No, 331 is.
We had to give them something. I mean, it's like they needed a day because
Machine Gunner Day.
They're just shame. They're just shame.
Oh, geez.
It's Hex's special day.
It's my special boy day.
Yeah. So tomorrow's April 1st. Tomorrow's going to be a lot of bullshit. People thinking they're funny, and also people scamming. I think people are just going to be like,
It'd be real good if Richard just launched it tomorrow, right?
No, I honestly think the April 1st is the only day he won't launch it because he has said in the past that he hates April Fools because people do try to get like.
But maybe he said that to throw you off.
Okay, here we go.
Just like he said, ETH was garbage. Before he put HEX on it.
True. Before he forked it.
Hey, let's get into some Richard Hart's conspiracy theories here.
Oh, he launched testnet on March 3rd, 2022. So 332 is Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones number. Yeah.
Well, and then the best day to buy HEX ever was day 33, which is the highest of the what is the not Illuminati.
Well, Freemasons.
Freemasons, the highest thing.
Same thing.
Yeah. Tomato.
Yeah.
What else?
I mean, that's when they take you in the back and they show you all the lizard people. They're like, they're all wearing robes.
Do you guys remember when before HEX launched all the Richard Hart conspiracies, when he'd tweet something or post something, everybody'd be like analyzing the date, analyzing the time, analyzing what he said and the third letters of each word of his tweet.
Oh, it's still like that.
No, the latest I heard was Richard tweeted, HEX may launch at any time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to tell us that we're launching in May.
And it was in the middle of
May launch. He said May twice now.
Yeah.
Last year he said May, and
but yeah, no, mid-May would be the funniest outcome because technically he would have been right.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you so much for the tip, Hex Kong. What's up, Bunga Bros?
Hey, what's up, Kong?
So my thoughts on the launch is I hope that he doesn't launch anytime soon. I hope, like in the next 4 months, I hope that he lets some of these guys that dump their bags that they have 70 million or whatever, dump it. And then he releases slowly some really badass updates, like a slow trickle. And then the HEX price just keeps moving on forward and we get up to $1 because we all know that we're going to probably dump when it does launch. Get up to $1 and then we dump 90%. We're at the prices that we're at right now on both chains. It'd be great.
V3 has some awful silly bugs for it to be like. I know people are freaking messaging Richard, hey Richard, this front end thing doesn't work right, and all kinds of stupid shit like that, And it's like I'm sure he knows, guys. I'm sure he knows.
Guys, hold on 1 second. HEX Celsior. $99 super chat. Thank you so much, dude.
Dang, look at that.
We do keep showing up. You just can't get rid of us. We're stuck here 15 years. Thank you so much, dude. That's really, really nice.
Yeah. And we're only on tier 3.
Yeah. You're at a 15. Survived.
Survive.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's a whole list of stuff that Richard's got to fix. Actually, that would be a pretty good plan. You know how Richard kind of like removed a lot of the functionality from PulseX, like limit orders and buy and burn.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll just trickle those in, one at a time to keep the dream alive.
The hype.
Yeah.
After or before? You think?
Right after it was like a huge dump would be so great.
Yeah.
Richard, if you're watching, that doesn't sound like a terrible idea.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Everybody thinks that they're smarter than Richard as well. It's like, dude, he's got it. He knows what he's freaking like. Whatever he does usually turns out to be great. So he's better at calling prices than me. And most of these other guys that are just like, Richard should do this right now. Like, right, dude. I think he's got it. Don't worry.
Yeah, he's got this. Yeah, he's the guy who built Hex. Remember?
Yeah, I've been in since 2021, and you should be doing this, Richard. Like, yeah, I think he's got it. I don't think you need to worry about old Richard, buddy.
Yeah, pleb that bought the top, fucking trying to tell smartest man in crypto what to do.
Yeah.
Coffee. Let's link LDN. What does that mean?
London.
London. Yep. Oh, Money Gang. That's you. Of course, dude. It's gonna happen. Don't worry.
What is it, London?
I'm just going to London for a quick trip. Gonna
you are?
With some of the guys out there.
Nice. Well, top of the morning to you. Have fun with their shitty food.
Cheerio. Cheerio.
Yeah. Awful.
Man, don't eat none of that
freaking for breakfast.
That white boy sushi they got out there. That stuff is fucking awful.
You remember what was it? Like it was some kind of bird. It was
it a bird?
Herring.
Liver.
Herring isn't a bird, it's a fish.
Well, herring is a bird.
Heron. We weren't eating raw bird.
I couldn't tell if it was a fish or a bird.
Whatever it is. The one that looked like a poop emoji was the worst.
Oh God!
It was liver. It was like blended up liver,
and it wasn't even good pate. It was like that was the nastiest freaking meal.
Nardo, yes, maybe I will. I might have something in the already ready for the first purchase. So hopefully nobody tries to front run me on it.
What's that?
First pizza.
Oh, first pizza on Pulse.
Oh, I got something really funny actually in the works. So
good.
But then we're gonna get somebody. But just realize that I spent 80,000 hex at one point for $50 pizzas, and that was before the big payday. So it's roughly probably around 160, 170,000 hex. So I've lost that much money. That
was a $40,000 pizza at the top.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So just might want to, if you're down payment on a house. Pulse just to outdo me, you might want to be like sitting on some pretty hefty bags, or might get wrecked in the long term. So it sucks,
man. Yeah.
So I think that I hope that he slowly trickles it out. I hope he slowly trickles out the news either before or after release is great, and we get crazy pumpage. What do you think is going to happen, Coffee?
You mean what? Let me get my crystal ball. I'll pull it out of my ass.
Get your little balls.
Yeah.
Crystal balls.
Well, whip it out here.
Been a long time. I gotta dust it off. Whip it up a little bit. Yeah. Oh, hold on a second. We're getting a bunch of super chats. Hex Kong, thanks for all these chats, dude. You've been like a repeat offender. He spent 80,000 hex. Asked me how I know. Probably because he told everyone.
No, because
he was the one. He got the.
He was the one that got the 80,000 hex.
Is that true? Okay.
Yeah. He was the recipient.
And Bigfoot for the algo. Thanks, man. Thank you. Look at these three beauties. Yeah, we're beautiful.
Yeah.
The prettiest men in crypto, I've been told.
Right, yeah.
That's why they like us.
All right. It's those other guys that sit there and cry and look like goofballs.
You mean the panels of 20 people talking about
oh gosh.
Nothing.
Jack shit for like in 2 hours. No, those are great.
Kind of like us for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Talking about something that's never come out.
Yeah. It's so funny because we look at it and we're like, dude, PulseChain is definitely coming out. But if you weren't a part of this community, you'd be like, these are so bad. Right?
Richard worked those dudes and they're still doing it.
Yeah, you see this guy dressed up like Richard and you're just like, dude, there's no way that these guys actually believe this. So like as an outsider, you've got to realize like,
yeah,
I completely not agree with them, but I see where a lot of them are coming from, where it's like, yeah, I can see where you're coming. Like, I get it. I get where you
Look
might
what
be.
Kong says. Promise coin pirates. We have been the promise coiners for the last 2 years.
Yeah. I'm never going to promote a promise coin. Richard's releasing a promise coin. I'm promoting the promise coin. let me get a hold and get a tutorial out as soon as possible.
I don't know about you guys, but I sacrificed. Okay, I didn't expect anything.
Oh, okay.
Me too. I mean,
no
anything. No expectations over here.
Yeah.
What do your wives think about this, Dip Country? I conveniently don't have one, so that's pretty good.
Pretty convenient.
Yeah. I think
mine would be a long time ago if I didn't pay her all the money.
Yeah. Nah,
I'm just here for the money.
If Hex didn't do so well, I think that you should probably think I was retarded, but Hex did pretty well. So she's like, oh, okay. Yeah.
She's in the community now. She's
she's part of she's part of the
We got rain gutters, so
you got rain gutters and
and a coffee machine. I got a coffee machine.
Life-changing gains, life-changing.
Why do you want a different? Why would you want another wife?
Yeah.
Why would anybody want another wife?
I mean, maybe some people picked the wrong one. Obviously.
Well, yeah.
No. I got news for everybody out there. Let me explain something, to everybody. They're all the same. Every one of them. They're all the same.
No.
You think it's better, but it's not. It's all the same.
Yeah.
So our predictions are long time away, or are we very close?
Oh man, probably just a couple months at this point. I mean, before the end of the year, for sure.
We said that.
Richard told me.
Richard told me
that. We said that on the 2021 and 2022, didn't we?
Richard DM'd me. He told me the exact date, so I'm not going to tell you guys, but keep that one close to my chest.
Yeah, some of us who have some inside scoop.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's funny because you guys say that, and now people actually think that that's true. Like we actually have some kind. People always are like, "Heck, so you talk to Richard?" I'm like, dude, I haven't said directly messaged him since October when I did a stream with him. That was the last time I had any.
He literally answers any of my questions or anything I send to him with like 1 and 2 words.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're spelled wrong, so I have to try and figure out what the hell he said to me.
Because he's like typing so fast, or maybe with one hand while he's watching. He's got the other one doing whatever he does with his other hands.
Yeah.
We've heard what he had a hand injury a couple, last year or something. So maybe he got it on the ice or something. But geez, I mean, it's like, what did you just say? Like, what does ooh mean? And then you're like, oh, he's watching anime.
He's turning into an anime girl.
Yeah, he's like, ooh. I'm asking you when PulseChain's coming out. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna text him right now.
No, I mean, he doesn't answer any of our messages.
We're on stream right now, Richard.
Yeah. Let us know.
Tell us when.
Few hours. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We don't talk to Richard. None of us really do.
No.
Yeah.
So
when we do,
unfortunately,
yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we know he loves us. We know he loves us.
So do you think that what do you think Hex will do after the PulseChain release? Are we going to get a huge pumperoni or dumperonis?
Oh, look, I've been saying the same thing dump. Like, come on, let's not beat around the bush here. It's EHEX
is going down, baby.
EHEX is going to dump. PX is going to go up from 0, which is not saying much, obviously. And then it's going to settle on some equilibrium. And then they're going to hopefully, after like a month or two, they'll be locked together by their liquidity. So, let's say PHEX is 10 cents, EHEX is, 2 pennies. And then that way they go up and down together. PHEX doubles, EHEX doubles. But I don't think they're going to be the same price. A lot of people are out here thinking they're going to be exactly the same price. I would love that, right? I just don't know how that's actually possible. Like, people are going to dump. They're going to believe that PHEX is the real hex. They're not going to think much of EHEX anymore. Plebs are going to do what they're going to do.
Hey, you just got another big super chat on my butt.
It'll just be the whales. It'll just be the whales that have the EHEX.
Wait, was this a real super chat or is this?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Dude, thank you so much, Donald. Holy crap.
Donald Lopez.
I didn't get a notification, but thank you, man. Hey, welcome back. Bull market's back. What do you think, boys?
Yes.
I think so.
dude.
I think so. Dude, the Fed is printing money again.
Not only that, but there's
until I'm buying a Ferrari, it's not bad.
Like, look, there's been bad news for the last 2 weeks about Bitcoin and crypto, and it still is pumping. So we're still.
It's been bad news since FTX.
Yeah, but now we're pumping.
It's been nothing but bad news since FTX.
Yeah, FTX, it was a dump, and now there's bad news, and that the price isn't going down.
Nothing happened when FTX came out. I think it was already dumped.
It was it
pumped after FTX.
Solana dumped after FTX because that was connected.
There was a lot of them.
They were owned by him. They all got owned by it. Yeah.
And
that was all CZ's doing anyway.
Thank you, Eamon Shields. PulseChain price end of year. Hope you'd be lucky if there is a price. You'd be lucky if it exists.
We're just hoping for a launch. What are you talking about? I'm just hoping for mainnet, baby.
Dude, I don't even know what the price is going to start at. So good luck with the price that
nobody does.
I know.
Knows shit.
Saying. Like, I think when Pulse launches, so this is my opinion on when Pulse launches. I think everybody dumps their PulseX and their HEX for PulseChain, and PulseChain just rockets to like crazy highs.
People
PulseX dumps. Yeah. And then PulseX freaking dumps and HEX dumps, and it's probably the best times that you'll ever get either of the two within those first 2 or 3 days. But I have no idea. But that's my thoughts on what's going to happen in the first
2024. 2024, Richard's products run crypto. Period. End of story.
Yeah. After the next sacrifice for that, we have to give back all our
for the wallet.
After we give back all of our
wallet sack.
PulseX. Yeah.
Man. I was thinking he could use the INC token for the wallet, maybe, but also maybe not.
Well, that was the hopes that he was going to.
Yeah, but that's probably stupid for some reason that I'm not thinking about. Whatever. He's 3 steps ahead. Hey, Hex Kong, thank you so much for the tip again. Jesus, man, he just dollar bills at us all day. Need hologram RH so you can talk like Zordon from Power Rangers. Yeah, okay.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
It was Power Rangers.
Power Rangers?
You don't know what Power Rangers are?
Power Ranger.
Power Rangers. They were all like stereotyped to their color was like their skin color.
I'm Pink Ranger. I'm Black Ranger. You're like, you're what now?
That's where all this weird stuff came from. Is you guys watching that Power Rangers shit?
No, it was mostly Barney. I think
Pokemon and Barney.
Yeah.
What was that other one with the weird things that had the things on top of their heads that ran around in different colors?
Me up a little bit. Pokemon?
No, I don't know what he's talking about.
Teletubbies.
Teletubbies. That's when it really went down. Like you guys were like, I was like, what the fuck is going on with these poor kids? That was bad. That was really bad.
Well, look at us now. We've got drag shows and.
Well, there's nothing wrong with drag shows, but for Teletubbies, you just leave the kids out of it.
I'm more.
Adults can do and stick things in.
I'm a fan of drag races, not drag shows.
Speaking of, NASCAR's coming to Chicago. Did you know that they're blocking off all the streets? They're doing a NASCAR race through the streets of Chicago.
No way.
Oh, that ought to work real nice. Let's just give them all. Let's give all the spectators guns too, and see how that works out.
I'm just gonna be watching the carnage from up in my fucking penthouse, just looking down.
That is actually pretty cool. That's like Need for Speed, you know, that game that it's like
it's like a real life Fast and Furious
Midnight Club. Remember Midnight Club 3 back in the day on okay, well you're missing out.
Need for Speed I definitely played that one.
Okay. Well, it was Need for Speed Midnight Club and it had all this rap music. That's real nice. It was really good. Dub edition, that's what it was. Yeah.
Okay.
What are your guys' thoughts when PulseChain releases? What are the 3 going to do?
Up and to the right, baby, forever.
All 3 of them?
No dips, never, never any dips.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Come on, guys.
Oh my
god, my bags.
I think that EHEX is dump. PHEX will start to rise. Pulse is going to rise really well. And then the dumpers 10x, about a 10x, the big bags are going to start dumping. Yeah. And then you're going to see PulseX come this next bull run in 2024 PulseX is going to be the fucking goat of all goats because people are going to be looking for a serious DEX. Look what all the other DEXs did. When crypto finds out about PulseX, they're going to like freaking flock to that thing. It'll be a good, 8-9 months before it gets found out. But just like Paulie, when you were injecting, Matic into your arm, Hexo, everybody did it. Everybody tried it, even like Smatic.
I tried it.
This dude got me into the dirty streets, dude. He got me into the dirty streets. Just making me freaking.
Hey, I'll give you some free stuff, man. You got to try this, bro.
Yeah, there. You like
here. Don't be scared, man.
There's
don't be scared.
Women in like really short dresses with really high heels. Hey, baby, you want to put your hex over here? I'm like, no. I'm scared. Hey, come put it in my liquidity. Like, no, I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah,
and then he did it, and he couldn't stop. He couldn't stop.
He's
like, RG,
RG,
what have you done to me, man? I'm degenning all night long on this thing, man.
And then I tried to get out of there, like by crossing the bridge, and it was like, you can't.
Just to answer the trolls' riddles.
You're stuck.
Like, you want to cross the bridge?
Yeah. And then I had to put them on blast on Twitter.
Yeah,
they really made me upset.
Oh, they won't give me my money back, and like that worked.
Yeah. 14 hours later, finally.
You guys want to learn how to lose 10 grand in a bull market? Quick swap.
Quick swap.
Ooh. Yeah. I tried to ape into that shit coin and I fucking bought the top. I don't know why. Like, yeah. Yeah, I almost get more degen in a bull market than a bear, right? Because a bear, I'm just like,
you were the one that was freaking pushing the shrimps.
Dude, that was so funny.
He was streaming his shrimps.
I plead the fifth.
I'll show you my shrimp farm. We're like, oh gosh, what did he do? What is he into now?
I feel like you're maybe jealous a little bit. Maybe just
yeah. It's funny. Do you still have those, or
no,
is it like
I fucking disconnected my wallet? I revoked all my allowances because I think it wanted like allowances. It was super. It was
right.
It was shady. That thing
I think that you put it on like a different wallet or something.
Yeah, it was a test wallet anyway.
Yeah,
but still, I mean, that wallet had like 10,000 hex in there, and now
right,
a couple $100.
Yeah.
So
I know. Yeah. You know what we did the other day on stream? We checked our blockchain wallets. And I had a bunch of hex in there.
Fuck. Yeah, good thing that guy rug pulled. You didn't got no hex in there because he rug pulled it. Yeah,
really.
Those blockchain wallets. Yeah, it was the guy.
It's gone.
Yeah, he was one of the hexy dudes. He took all.
Of course.
No.
Of course.
Yeah. I still see it in there. It shows a balance. You just can't. Pull it.
You just can't pull it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
At least the last time I checked.
I probably have a couple thousand hex in there.
Dude, I remember I was tipping people 10,000 hex. I remember that was like I would tip. I remember I'd tip. I can't remember who it was. It was Dev Kyle, because I was like, "Oh, you're doing a great job. Here's 10,000 hex." I was just doing it because it was like $50 or something at the time.
Yeah,
wrecked.
Fuck. Damn it, dude.
I've seen a 200,000 hex tip back in the early days.
Jeez, yeah.
In the old hex.com Telegram room.
Yeah, you just gotta imagine they're all $1 and you're trading your future dollars for like.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I was not thinking that way, early on, but I kind of was though when I was originally buying. I was kind of like, okay, I can have this many dollars.
Then we started buying pizzas and shit like that.
Yeah,
giving away like 3 million. We gave away 5 million hex one night.
5.5. Yeah.
5.5 million.
That was Ski Cat. That was Ski Cat at least.
Yeah, I mean it was somebody else, but we still came.
It was crazy. Yeah, crazy amount of money.
Is Ski Cat still around?
I haven't talked to him since, I don't know. It's been a while, 6 months. But yeah, he's around, I'm guessing. I don't know.
Yeah. Tip like they're $1 each. Yeah. Well, there's no Telegram tips anymore. It's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Imagine pulling fucking wallets.
Yeah, he just already pulled them, I believe.
The Pulse Dev chat, there's this list of issues, guys, and some of them are fixed, some of them are not. We've got 10 issues here that the Combot just automatically spews it out because fucking noobs come in the Pulse Dev chat and you're like, "Oh, I have an issue," and it's like, yeah, join the club.
Yeah.
And it's like inadequate gas suggested. The blockchain explorer is slow. PulseX, all missing PulseX functions will be released gradually. That's number 3. That's not even like an issue. That's just so many people are talking about that, and then it's like they basically just said, chill out. We're gonna release the buy and burn. We're gonna release the limit orders. Just wait. Right. Which tells me they probably have all that kind of ready. They just, for whatever reason, don't want to release it yet. UI not displaying certain numbers correctly. Value not displaying correctly.
I think Richard just threw red meat to the freaking animals. Yeah. Like, here, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Well, I think, like I said, I think that he's wanting to he was either trying to FUD all these people out and get them out and be like, oh, this is all that testnet is. This is garbage. And then they dump it, or he's going to slowly release updates for the next however long until PulseChain. Because I mean, that's what he did with V3, right? He was doing small updates, and look at the price. We went from 1.8 cents all the way up to 13 cents or wherever it stopped in the matter of like 2 or 3 months, because he was starting to give us updates of when it, what was actually going on. And I could see him doing that again with PulseChain mainnet, hopefully. Because I mean, dude, running from 10 cents to like $1 would be the ultimate amazingness to like, a crazy, like a frenzy. I think that they would start a frenzy, because once we start really getting up to those all-time highs again, I think that people will start flocking. I mean, we already see Ivan and BitBoy talking about it, and if it's the only thing going on, then I think we even get more. Yeah.
Literally.
Plus, we run Twitter, dude. We run Twitter. Yeah, like it's crazy. Like Twitter
YouTube,
is
like our engagement on YouTube.
Like nobody's down our alleys anymore. They're like, oh no,
I try.
Yeah, we clean the streets.
We clean the streets, and now we're the degens standing around the burning barrels.
No, man, but my tiny little channel, 30K subscribers, gets more engagement than these altcoin daily videos. I'll get like 10,000 views. He'll get maybe a couple thousand, because everyone's just tired of the same old thing. And
talking
about the altcoin of the day. Nobody gives a shit about the altcoin of the day after they lost 99% of their money.
Right.
And but yeah, I mean, we can usually do a blow off top. Crypto doesn't really do double tops, like the good ones over a long time. So if we get back up to 50 cents, we could easily go to $1.
Right.
Easy. Go to $1 quick.
Yeah, and I don't know. Especially I'm excited to see it. Yeah, especially before launch, because then
everybody's so much, like, shit, I got to get that duplicate, man.
Well, and then you've got so much money to just be put into PulseChain afterwards. I mean, if you've got hundreds of millions of dollars to be put into PulseChain, that'd be pretty crazy right from the start.
A lot of people out there with a lot of stable coins just sitting around waiting to get into something.
Dude, the OA, the sacrifice wallet, they have like over $1 billion just to put into it.
Yeah.
Not saying they will, but
yeah. I mean, I was watching DCC's stream the other day. Like, from the macro perspective, it almost seems like, money printer's back on. And I kind of don't want to speak. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think the bull market might be back. But then we'll watch us get crushed like later this year. I don't know.
Well, let's see what happens with this whole freaking ETH deal. We'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, April 12th, and on April 12th, Shanghai's going out. ETH is
what are they calling it now? They're not calling it Shanghai anymore, right? Didn't they change the name?
I don't know.
I haven't heard.
They changed the name of it.
I don't know. But no, I've got a positive take on that. Is that what if that Ethereum doesn't just dump, and what if it just flows into all the other coins instead? Like they finally got these new bag of ETH, but now it's risk on again. Now they're feeling like a little, gambling a little bit. Maybe that all just doesn't totally wreck the market anymore. I mean, a couple months ago, I would have said, yeah, of course they're going to dump it. But now they just printed away 2 years of money supply in the past 2 weeks, right? They're slowly removing. Yeah, and they just printed it all back. So
and then you got like the dollar just seems like it's about to get wrecked, like with all the China and Saudi Arabia and Southern America and Brazil and
BRICS.
Yeah. It's kind of like, damn, dude, they look like they're trying to attack when you're at your lowest. Kind of not saying that. I don't think America's going down, because some people are like, this is the end of it. It's like, dude, we'll be all right. But
we're going to be just fine, because our dollar's really backed by our military, and our military is just insanely stronger than all the top 10 nations underneath us combined.
Yeah.
And that's where it comes from, is that everybody wants a protection, because if those countries do get together, that's fear. That's going to spread fear. And guess what everybody else wants? America behind them. So guess what? They use the dollar and pump it up even more. It's about the military, man. I'm telling you. We're going to be just fine.
And Miguel was also just kind of exposing all those BRICS countries. It's like, it sounds bad. Like, oh, they're all getting together and they have a lot of people and stuff. But like, those countries are kind of fucked themselves in a lot of ways. Yeah.
They're all garbage. They can't they're never going to get together and get on one page. Right. It's like putting a bunch of Hexicans in a room and telling them to get together and do something. Herding cats.
Thanks for the tip, Fine. Hex will be over $50 3 to 5 years from now. RG3 is the goat. Okay.
Oh,
shout out to RG.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Bad RG3. So what do you think about the Fed now? The CBDC that's going to release in July.
I heard about that.
That's releasing soon.
I don't think, are people really going to start using that? I thought that was mostly for bank to bank transfers.
I think it's going to fall on its face.
Well, I don't think that it'll fall on its face, but it is a new way to kind of be like, let's just reset everything, kind of thing, where it's like, let's just forget about that old debt, 30 trillion. We don't need to do that. How about we start this new thing? We can just start at zero.
do over.
Yeah. Which might be the way that you have to do it. I mean, there's no way we can pay back the $30+ trillion.
Well, it's basically just a global BK, right? Just a global BK. We're gonna file a global BK.
Yeah.
Crypto is already the do-over. I mean, it's just the do-over for the people. You know, now they're trying to like erase their national debt. I mean,
and I like what you said yesterday with Axis, where they're trying to stop crypto. They've got this anti-crypto, but the tighter you try to grasp something, the more it's gonna get out and everything. You know,
more backfires. Like fucking Elizabeth Warren. Anti-crypto army. That's like saying, oh, I have an anti-internet army. I don't want you guys using the internet. Email. What is that? Who needs that anyway? We've got letters.
Like, what are you gonna get? A bunch of boomers freaking on your team? Like, that's it. Everybody else is
people that don't know what they're even trying to go up against.
Yeah. Think about it. The people that aren't in crypto, they don't give a shit anyway. They're like, anti-crypto army. Why would you care about that? And then the people that do like crypto, they're just pissed off. They're triggered by that. So if anything, it makes people double down and hate you that much more. I mean, I'm going to literally be a single issue voter, and
agreed.
And I'm actually going to vote for whoever hates crypto the least. You know,
right? I 100% agree.
The issue is that they're uneducated, and their education only goes as far as what crypto is showing them now. And let's face it. I mean, can we blame any of those folks for hating crypto? Because 99.9% of the cryptos out there are bullshit and are scams and are hurting people. Yeah. So to be honest, we can't really say those people are wrong for saying what they're saying. Now, them saying crypto is wrong, but they should be saying we need to go after the nefarious actors, the bad actors, the freaking centralized exchanges. Those are the people that they need to go after. And with that last bill that I saw Emmer put up, that was a decent bill saying, hey, leave the DeFi folks alone, leave self-custody people alone, and go out there and find the real scammers. And I like seeing that, because again, I'm not anti-government. I think that, we have to have something, and even though it sucks, it's what we got. And it's nice to see that some things are actually coming out that may help the situation a little bit.
Some people seem to get it. There's like a couple of Republican dudes like Tom Emmer or something. People that retweets. Yeah, he's kind of seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders. I mean, we can just block North Korea's fucking hacked addresses. We don't have to block all of Tornado Cash, right? We can put them on a blacklist, and but don't put the whole tool, don't put the entire DeFi smart contract, assuming everyone's evil just for touching it.
But go ahead.
It sucks because our wallets or the OG's wallets or people that are like us that have we have faces on the internet. It sucks that people can track our wallets and and anybody else, because it's oh, look, this person's selling. And like I said the other day, when you dock somebody's address, it's not that big of a deal. Like if you say, oh, this is 0x blah blah blah, it's whatever, they have 70 million hex. But when you tie a name to it and you start saying this is their wallet, then it opens it up to where it's now you've put my family at risk, because what if somebody wants to kidnap my kids and be like, hey, you give me your seed phrase, or I'm not gonna freaking, release your kid, or you can't go out of the country because now you're worried about all this other stuff. So when I see people doxing people's wallets, I'm like, dude, that's kind of disgusting.
That's
if you're tracking it, personally, and you're like, hey, this is Hexo's wallet, it's like, okay, whatever, as long as you're not like, hey, this is, telling everybody.
I mean, if you're saying like this guy he dumped 70 million hex, he's got 10 million more to go, that's okay. We're not trying to figure out who he is and all that stuff.
Right.
But I mean, here's what helps me sleep at night is like people claiming they're doxing my address. I've seen these people before. They got the fucking address wrong. They're like so sure that this is my address, and it's like, who the fuck? That's not an address I've ever seen in my life. Like, you're just wrong.
Somebody was trying to tell me. That's when I realized that some of these people that say they're chain analysis experts aren't, because they were like, Ski Cat is the OA. Ski Cat is Richard, and I'm like, dude, I've talked to Ski Cat personally. It's not him, dude. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, now I know that you're just making things up. Yeah. And everybody that you're, whatever you're saying, I'm not even going to listen to. So, I mean,
I've seen a lot of that out there.
Yeah.
The so-called experts pulling that shit out there, like Godwell. Like, I know Godwell, and that you guys don't know who Godwell is.
Yeah.
So it's like, shut up, quit talking your bullshit and doing your chain analysis. All you smart galaxy brain motherfuckers don't know shit. Right. Nobody knows shit. Sorry, you guys are.
Yeah, and they are not. Trust us. Well, they're not telling us what's going on. They're not like, hey, I'm selling today, you might want to get out. It's like they just do whatever they're gonna do. They're not gonna tell you. They're smarter than that.
It's not like even the OGs don't do that. We don't call each other up and be like, hey guys, we're all gonna dump on fucking May 19th.
Right? Well, it's a game that we're all trying to play. And we're all against each other, but we're all trying to help each other as well. It's a weird kind of game. You know what I mean?
You want the privacy, but I mean, we all want to pump each other's bags, but you just don't want people.
But we also want to sell too. So we're all playing against each other in a way too. So it's like,
you'll sell before I do. You gotta hold through the weekend. Everybody's got to hold through the weekend. Wait till Monday.
You might want to hold till Sunday.
Wait till Monday.
Sell.
Like, wait, you're going on vacation this week? Oh, okay, cool.
Dang. So I think that it's gross that people dox wallets with people's names. Like you said, I think it's fine if you're tracking their wallet and you're like, hey, that person has 70 million hex or whatever, and you're just watching them. But tying a name or whatever, I think it's stupid and gross.
It's not good. That's not good. Doxing anybody in any way is not good. It just
that's true.
Privacy should be sacred. You should not be.
Yeah, that's why we're in here. Oh, so that's why I was bringing it up. It would be nice to have something like tornado.cash to be able to use for our wallets, to where it's like
we've got it on PulseChain. We've got Hurry.
I know. Yeah, right. Well, there's what is the Hexacash or something?
Hexnado.
Hexnado. That's what it is. So it's like, but do you feel safe using that? Because if you use it one time and then the Coinbase says, oh, we're not going to accept any,
your wallet's poisoned.
We've seen that you've been transacting with this, then they don't let you cash out anymore, and then you're blacklisted. So it's kind of like, it'd be nice to kind of get some governance on it to where they put a bill and it's like you can use it.
Well,
and we don't.
I think that it's just
reasons.
I think that it's just a scapegoat issue, because this whole thing, like, oh, well, they can send money to terrorists and they can send money to rogue nations and blah blah blah. Well, they can do that with cash, and they monitor that and they catch that. So they can have a monitoring system that they can catch those kind of things that go to North Korean wallets, that go to freaking terrorist nation wallets and stuff like that, and see big amounts of cash. They don't have to stop everybody from doing business. I mean, we need to all be able to do business that way. I don't want my employees seeing who I'm paying, and I want to be able to pay in crypto. I don't want people sending me money and everybody that I employ sees money coming in. It's not cool, So we've got to figure out a way to make that work, and a way that they can monitor it. And I don't want big money going to terrorist nations. I don't want big money going to people who are trying to, fight against us, Right. So let's stop that shit from happening, but do it like you do with cash. They protect us all, that way. So continue to do so, but without stopping all of us from having our freedoms.
Right. Just track it. I mean, they have to offload somehow. And if there's not a place for them to offload, if there's no Binance or anything, if they know the wallets that are trying to offload, it's like, well, you don't get that money now, dude. Sorry, like we're not letting you offload. Like that's where they should stop it, not at the program level where it's like the code is. It's like, dude, we're just trying to have privacy. That should be a human right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not anymore, I guess.
Well, so speaking of other tools you could use is you guys got to check out Railgun. It's a wallet. Makes it really easy to shield your coins, and then just send them to a different address, and then it looks like the transaction came from a Railgun node, not a different address. So you basically just send your coins to Railgun, shield them, send them from Railgun back to MetaMask or whatever to a fresh address, and then boom, you got a whole. It's different than it's a lot different than Tornado Cash because it does like layer 2 ZK rollup shit, but like it's very, very easy to use. I mean, you just click 2 or 3 buttons.
So, have you used CowSwap?
Yeah, CowSwap it's not necessarily like private. It's just so that people don't front run you with the MEV bots. So you don't get someone.
Well, I see when somebody sells with the CowSwap, like I don't know how to track it. I'm not a freaking chain analysis wizard either, but it's like when I click on it, it's like it just shows the CowSwap kind of transaction. You can't really. I don't know if you guys have figured that out, but
that might also be similar, where it's kind of an off-chain order book, kind of.
Yeah. Like I can't see. Yeah, I couldn't see how much this person has in Hex because it just shows how like the cow swapping. So
and CowSwap is good. It's the exact same thing.
So master address is all.
Yeah. I don't know if it is, but
it's privacy and it'll save you money on people front running you.
Okay.
Maybe though. I mean, if you're using like only $100 or $200. No, it doesn't matter if you use Uniswap. If you're using 10 G's or 100 grand at a time, you might want to check out CowSwap. It's the exact same as Uniswap.
Really?
Just Google it. CowSwap.
It's like using the same liquidity pools and everything?
Yeah, same liquidity pools. Just somehow it matches your order to somebody else off chain.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I couldn't tell you.
So it's just like a DEX aggregator. Then it just
like a
something like that.
What? Yeah. So people say that you can't. They're not going to ban like a Uniswap or something, but they kind of already banned 1inch. Like not banned it, but you can't be an American citizen using 1inch anymore. They make you VPN into it and out of it, and not that I do that, but if you're going to. If you're going
I do it.
Well, dude, like the Restrict Act is saying that they're gonna freaking anybody that uses a VPN for a banned website, they're gonna put you in jail for like 20 years.
Yeah, I don't think that's
gonna
pass.
I don't think it's gonna pass either, but they could take some of those things out of there and be like, well, we're gonna actually take this, and we don't, we don't like this. This obviously, we're not gonna put a 12-year-old in prison for 20 years, but maybe we'll do 5 years, or something, or later down the line or something. It's like these people are crazy, man. And like you said, one kind of one topic vote is where I'm going. I'm gonna vote for that person. That's like I'm pro crypto because they've made it to where it's like, dude, if they kick out America, obviously Europe's gonna, or not Europe, but the UK is probably gonna go follow suit, and a lot of Europe. Like that's a lot of money. Like people don't realize, like if you look at our analytics, most of it is in the United States. Like 70, people are like, oh, you just move out. It's like, yeah, but once the America is gone, dude, that's most of the money in crypto right now.
And our coins and our ecosystems, yeah, for sure.
For sure. Yeah. Unless you want to get into Tron, and then we got to rely on Justin's son or whatever.
Justin's son is the hero.
Yeah. We didn't realize we needed. So yeah, I'm just kind of, that's where it's like, yeah, we just, if we all, anybody, Australia, all these guys, if you don't fight for it here in America, not, but it's probably not going to do well for anybody anywhere. If crypto dies in America, it's probably going to be not dead, but it's not going to do too well anywhere else.
It's really like the only thing that's important politically right now. I mean, it's freedom of speech to the ultimate degree. It's just the maximum amount of, because it's expression, right? You want to pay somebody, that's actually speech. Richard says that all the time. Your money is literally your power. So if they try to restrict that from being free and open and borderless, people are going to go somewhere else.
They've used Citizens United to usurp our government in the name of money is speech. So, the reason our government is set up the way it is because they've said that money is speech. And that's why we don't have a say-so anymore, that the money has the say-so. So for them, they'd have to look at that precedent to try and regulate crypto in the same way. So it's really they're kind of dead in the water on crypto, to be honest. I think that what they're really looking for is to make a whole lot of noise and then go after the low-hanging fruit, which is going to be the Sam Bankman-Fried types. I mean, look, they had Do Kwon in freaking bracelets the other day, putting him in the boy. He got fat. I forget where they found him. They found him in
a second.
Well, they also blurred out his face so I don't know if it was him. They said
no, it was him. They showed his face.
Oh, they got him. He's in Montenegro. That's what it is.
Montenegro. They marched his ass out of there, and his fat ass, by the way, he's been like eating up a storm.
And dude, could you imagine you did what he did? You probably ate fucking anxiety eating. It was like, oh, geez, I'm gonna.
His anxiety eating, but it's all Wagyu beef every day.
Wagyu, lobster, and women. That's what he was doing. Oh man, yeah, dudes.
Well, that's the thing is like FTX. I mean, almost seems like an inside kind of thing where they tried to do it so they could kill crypto in general. It had to have that fall guy. Like they knew what was going on.
I don't think they're that smart, bro. I really don't think they're that smart. I think that they're really, really dumb. I mean, when I went to DC and started talking to the lobbyists and the people down there, they just have no clue. They have no clue because they look at it from the surface and they try to understand Bitcoin and mining and custody. They try and understand that part of it, but none of these other coins, none of the ERC20s, none of the yield farming, none of that stuff they really kind of grasp or understand or even realize is there in the background. And they make all of their moves based on the little bit of limited knowledge they have. And then they play a game of telephone with each other and tell each other what crypto is. And it just, they're clueless. They're literally clueless. And even the lobbyists who are supposed to be crypto experts, that are there like representing crypto, they're idiots. The people I talked to didn't know dick shit about DeFi. They didn't know anything. They didn't understand DeFi at all. And it's just a lack of education. They don't know what it is. They don't know. They're just afraid of it, and they want to try and control it or either make some money off of it.
Yeah,
I agree. I mean, yeah, Bitcoin.
Now they're going to go after low-hanging fruit, which is all these motherfucking centralized dudes that they can get a hold of because they can't get a hold of the DeFi guys.
Yeah, anyone that's a CEO of a fucking company, that's like easy money right there. And then what do you think? The SEC is just like a company itself. They just want to get more cash for their war chest.
Right.
They're like, I'm going to go after the sushi swap guy because he sounds pretty rich. And then they're like, oh, little Hexo over here doesn't have too much. He's a broke boy. So let's give up on Hexo.
Yeah. Hopefully they just give up.
Yeah. Brandon Smith just delayed gratification in his pants. Thank you for the 420.
So, I mean, on that, I mean, the SEC and stuff, I mean, they're going to start going after, it seems like almost everybody, which, like if you're doing something that they completely, like it passes all of the Howey test, of course, it's like, but if XRP wins, I think it's huge. Like, I don't know if it's good for crypto or bad for crypto. It's probably good for price, but it kind of just opens the gates to be like, everybody can have a security. Because I mean, if XRP,
it's good for us, it's really good for us.
And I'm fine with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm okay with it being like them winning. I think that they should if they're going to make XRP and it passes, like I think that maybe just new legislation to what your crypto, because like rug pulls, I think that people should actually be prosecuted for rug pulls, and maybe not bad code, but I think that there should be something to where it's like you have to make the people whole again, because it sucks that these people are getting wrecked left and right, and a lot of these people don't come back, and they just, like you said earlier, RG, where they're like, dude, I'm done with crypto. What a scam. And if Richard Hart hadn't put it together, Hex and PulseChain and all these other things, I'd be in the same boat, because we all went through that, to where it's like,
we all went through it.
What the hell? Like, of course, these Bitcoin maximalists are like that, because all they see is just like rug pull, freaking, scams, legit scams or whatever for the last few years, of course they're going to be like, yeah, dude. I mean, it's just like us now where somebody's like, I'm going to build on top of Hex. It's like, oh, here we go. Dude.
Here we go.
Watch out for this one. Watch out for this brainiac. Oh, let me guess. It's going to be, some kind
and
of.
Then first thing they get so say they even do take a look at Hex, right? The first thing they get is they get a freaking video. They'll go ahead and start Googling stuff, and there's Richard twerking. It's like, oh.
They get Richard twerking. They get a guy in a freaking doctor's outfit and a pirate boy, and they're like, what? What are you doing? And then a stoner looking dude like, hey man, hey, you wanna make some money?
And then just start looking deeper into the rest of them. We're on the surface.
Yeah.
We've got some better monkeys in this freaking circus out there. All you gotta do is look a little bit.
Then you got the scam that get wrecked like 3 times in a row, like Safe Moon, right? Like crashes once, and then it just crashed again last week, and I was like, people are still playing with fucking Safe Moon. Like,
I thought it was crazy when they were like, oh, the liquidity is pulled. I was like, what? I thought they just died like a year ago.
Haven't heard that name in years.
Yeah, Safe Moon. Yeah, so it is crazy that I do think that there needs to be some type, maybe not, I don't know, because you can't really, I don't know. I'm not into regulating something but I think for it to be successful and for people to feel safer, I feel like there has to be some kind of legislation that kind of makes it to where it has.
That's how we'll get mass adoption. There has to be some type of.
I do hope XRP wins for that exact reason, right? Like, yeah, it'd be great if, I think the ideal scenario would be, okay, XRP is not a security, but then we decide that, okay, it's the CFTC that regulates everything once and for all, so you guys can stop bickering about who's got control over what. And then XYZ laws need to go in place for any new commodity to get listed or whatever. So it's like, okay, we'll fill out the fucking form and then we can get listed on Coinbase.
Right.
Just tell us what form to fill out. There's no
Yep. And not only that, but some of these exchanges, I think, need to be held accountable for their hacks. Because do you not think that these hacks are usually just somebody on the inside that's probably just taking the money and just like, oh, we got hacked. Oh, there was $100 million gone. And nobody says anything about it. It just kind of gets swept under the rug. And it's like, dude, that's $100 million of your customers' money that you just lost. And there's no all
the bridges, the wormhole bridge, like 700 million. It was almost $1 billion hack. And it's like,
it's crazy.
You got to watch out for bridges too, man, especially on PulseChain. Like, there's going to be a lot of third-party bridges coming in. And I predict, my crystal ball, it's going to lose people a lot of money. Thank you, Donald Lopez. Hey, from Hex. Thank you so much. He's a Lambo guy.
Yeah. I'm going out to his place next week, and we're doing a photo shoot out there.
Oh, sick, dude.
What's Exotic Rentals?
Oh my. Okay,
so he has supercars, bro, in Cali.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. For everyone watching, if you're in Orange County and you want to rent a Lambo, guys, check out Exotic Rentals right here.
Okay.
Just Google him. Find him on Instagram. He tossed me the keys to a Lambo in Vegas, and I was just like, okay, try not to
drive a Lambo. Sweet, awesome.
Yeah. He's got a real nice place too. He's got a real nice shop. His awesome. Showroom is freaking badass. So I'm gonna go down there. We're gonna do a photo shoot down there for the tour.
Are you gonna get all wet and soapy?
Yeah, well, I gotta show the new abs and everything.
Look at the RG3 calendar started for the new year.
Yeah.
All right,
exactly.
2024, boys.
You could be in it too, Hexo. We can put you out there in December.
You want to see what I can do with the shifter? You want to see what I can do with that shifter knob? Okay, that's enough. Coffee's like, dude, this is the last time. This is the last time.
It's gonna be the 2 horsemen after this.
Fucking our poor horseman Miguel, man.
Yeah, he's wrecked.
Well, he's big time now. Now he streams like with the fresh.
Yeah, he's too big for us.
He's too big for us.
Yeah. We're just little We're little guys.
I gotta admit though, having a podcast studio like that, I mean, it makes you look a lot more legit. Like, I mean, he was doing he was saying the same shit from his bedroom, and then he just got a podcast studio, and now he's like fucking professional, Joe Rogan level, you know?
Yeah,
it looks awesome, and he does the shorts. Does he have somebody doing it for him?
Yeah. I'm sure he's not.
I've been there at his studio a couple of times. I've streamed from his studio a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's really nice. And you know what? They use camera phones for their cameras. That's not even like I got a $10,000 camera. These guys just have phones hanging up all over the place.
Yeah, man.
Well, dude, your $10,000 camera, you use it on Streamlab or StreamYard, and it only goes to 720p. Like, that's your problem.
But I can't stream anywhere else the way I stream.
You can, but I'll tell you.
No, there's no way to put everybody on the effing Hangout on it. Like right here, I could stream straight from Streamlabs. I can do that, and I can get my P's up. But I can't do that with the effing Hangout. I got to put everybody up there. It's a big pain in the dick. I've tried it. I really have.
Yeah.
I've tried it.
All right.
Because you gave me shit about it 100 times before.
Well, I'm just telling you, a $10,000 camera, it's like freaking, it's like having a supercar in the middle of a freaking.
On there.
Well, it's like having a supercar in the middle of a freaking. Okay.
I know my streaming software. Because I'm hexologist.
Well, I just want you to look crisp, you know, and I'm tired of looking at freaking fuzzy old, you know, fuzzy old.
But if I look crisp, then you really get to see what I look like. And
true. Yeah, I guess that's right.
I like a little blur, you know.
Yeah,
leave something to the imagination.
Yeah, Gaussian blur on it. Yeah.
420. What are we talking about? Oh, the
release.
Yeah. Oh, May 20th. Yeah, sweet. I get it.
So, anything new? Coffee?
What do you think? What do you think, man?
You're just streaming? Are you just streaming these days?
I'm just streaming, dude. But hey, my numbers got pumped right back up. It's just, you know, when I do it consistently, but you know, the numbers skyrocket back to where they were, and it's like, you know, I had 800 live viewers on my last stream.
Yeah, I saw it.
It's pretty good. And, this one's only got 265. I don't know why that is, guys.
we're freaking we're dirtying up the neighborhood, bro.
I don't know why. I don't know why more you guys don't just click on this link right here.
Yeah.
It's on you, not on me.
I think that you had Axis alive. He's bringing in the big numbers because he could talk about real smart stuff, not freaking goofballs that are just like, yeah, I stream too. You stream, I stream.
I pushed the button a long time ago, and I'm still just pushing the button.
I mean, it does take some balls to actually get off your ass and like show your face a little bit, but then you know you got to have something to say after that.
Yeah. Which is one of the reasons why I don't really stream every day anymore.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Miguel's texting me right
now. Oh, geez.
Send him the link.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, coming. Send the link.
All right. Well, tell him it's in Twitter. It's already in.
No.
Twitter.
Oh yeah, it's on
Twitter. The group. Oh, now we'll get the alpha. now watch. It's gonna freaking skyrocket.
He's gonna be in his living room.
600 viewers now.
I do learn a lot though. Miguel's he's
very intelligent. Yeah,
about macro and fucking all that.
Yep.
He's got his finger on the pulse of crypto.
Yeah, he's is that what he's doing full time now?
I think so. Yeah. He's also like networking with these big Red Pill podcast guys. I mean, some of these guys have millions of subs, and I think he's done a lot more for Hex than people realize.
I know. Yeah.
He has.
Waters Above says PulseChain on Uranus.
Just wait.
We're not going to the moon, boys. We're going to Uranus.
Yeah. Wait for the black hole. That's where we're going.
Right into the hole.
Right past the Uranus.
We're getting sucked in.
Oh boy.
Yeah. See, this is why we only had 200.
Not on my podcast, guys.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Let's see. So is he coming?
Yeah, I guess
he's
so.
coming.
Okay.
RG3 won't stop selling under the desk.
Yeah, thanks a lot, RG.
Show me your hands.
Red candle.
You think that we go up from here?
Look, no. 12 cents is pretty high resistance. Yeah.
Okay.
I think without some news. I mean, like I said earlier, if RH teases us and he releases like limit orders and buy and burn, and he just like gradually drops these features on us, that then maybe, I mean, the next big resistance is 20 cents. And so we can go from 12 to 20 really quick, but only if we get past 12. So moral of the story is I have no fucking idea.
Hence the 800 views. That's what I'm saying. We know shit. Everybody acts like they know a bunch, and then the viewers come. As soon as
it's like if we go to this price
coffee
level,
are screaming, man.
If we don't hit 12, we're not going to hit 20. For
if we go up to,
but they don't know nothing different than me.
You won't believe this, but if we don't hit 12, we ain't going to 20. I guarantee that.
If we go to 13, guys, 14 cents could be right around the corner.
That's right.
What's next? 15, 16?
You'll never know. Jeez, I mean,
Could go up, could go down.
Could go sideways. Oh shit. Everything about that.
I just feel like the unit. Do you guys ever watch the? I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, but the liquidity pools on. For Hex.
I usually just see other people tweet about him, and that's my education. But I mean, it's interesting, right? Some guy. So here's something cool. Like some guy put 1,000 ETH at the 6 cent mark, which means he on the Ethereum Hex pair, he's willing to buy up 1,000 ETH worth of Hex at 6 cents. So he's protecting the price at 6 or 6.5 or something. So that's nice. I mean, whoever that guy is, thank you.
Yeah,
he's like the only guy with liquidity on that pair right now. But
well, it's like coming down, and as it gets closer, he can pull it.
Yeah, it honestly looks like right now for the liquidity, if we're looking at it, 9 cents. So we're like right in the middle of like kind of the wall. So there's on both sides, there's kind of a wall. So it looks like 7.6 cents. It starts tapering off, and then really nothing until 5.5. But if we get up above 10.45, there's really nothing in front of us either, all the way up to like 24 cents. So, but it all moves around too. I mean,
yeah, and then they move it once they see it start pumping up there. Then they move it. So, and that's another thing. When people start reading that chart shit like that to me and the liquidity, it's like you don't know shit because the motherfuckers can move it at any time as soon as the price starts moving.
Yeah.
So stop it, please stop it. Stop.
What else are we gonna do other than guess prices? Like, what else can we possibly talk about?
Oh, there's 9 different hex streams right now.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Yeah, there's a bunch of streams going on.
We are at noon on a Friday, so yeah.
We picked the best time.
Yeah.
Corey Costa is. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, guys. Well, hey, all 250 of you. That means you prefer me over the 9 other guys.
Yeah.
And maybe RG, maybe Hexa has something to do with it, but
maybe.
Yeah, I invited everybody on Grindr to come over.
Daddy's coming. Here he
Daddy's
is.
coming.
Save us, Daddy.
Yeah.
Don't rug me, Daddy.
Let's see.
It's taking him like a half hour to. I'm coming.
Right.
You click a button, bro. Hit the freaking button.
That's
what are you
how
doing?
it is on Grindr, dude.
You would know.
You gotta wait 30 minutes for him to come.
30 minutes. That's way too long. You're waiting way too long.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And there goes Coffee's channel.
Now we're down to 130 viewers.
Yeah. It's kind of like when Richard was on my channel. He was like, yeah, I don't care about this channel. He's like starts saying the N-word and everything. It's like, dude, can we not? He's like, yeah, I don't care. It's not my channel. It's like,
hey man. Randolph Schreiner. Thanks, man. How do you guys envision PulseChain? Ivan on Tech Voice. PulseChain. PulseChain. It's PulseChain, guys. We're all in the PulseChain sacrifice, guys. How do you envision Hex 10 years from now, and how it will be accepted by the world, and what it will change? Ooh. I mean, it's going to be accepted by everybody and their mother that's been using Ethereum for a while, because it's the same exact thing, but it's going to be cheaper. It's the everyman's blockchain, right? So 10 years from now, dude. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The world's going to be crazy different. Everyone's probably going to have a MetaMask wallet on their phone, or the Richard Hart wallet. Everyone's going to be familiar with it at that point. But it's going to hopefully be so easy that we don't even really realize that it's crypto anymore. It's just going to be like another Venmo or another Cash App to you, to the average everyday person. That is.
I think crypto is going to be moving at lightning speed now because the first 12 years of it, there was barely any real innovation until now. And then the next 3 to 5 years is going to be just insane growth, insane adoption. Just things are going to change completely. It's going to get a lot easier for people to onboard and offboard and use crypto.
I mean, just look at HEX, and HEX is immutable, but look at the front end of HEX. Me and RG were talking about this earlier. Remember when you had to stake and there was no calendar to even show where you were
counting on our fingers like what day you were going to unstake and shit.
The day, and so it's like PulseChain, I think, since it's just so quick, and and all of these, even Ethereum probably have these amazing front ends and easier ways to onboard and stuff like that, to where, and maybe more people get on top of it because the dollar does start tanking a little bit and people are like, dude, I'm done with this, and they get into crypto. I mean, it is kind of the safe haven.
Yeah, it's not what sucks more, the banks or crypto. And it's like they both suck, but it's about to be to the point where the banks are going to suck more than crypto.
Yeah.
Right now, I mean,
yeah.
Oh, it's PulseChain. Like false. Yeah.
PulseChain.
I do love Ivan. If Ivan's watching, I'm not trying to make fun of you, bro. You're awesome.
I am.
I mean, I'm making fun of you, literally, but I literally am, but it's out of respect.
It's
respect.
Coffee was an amazing radio voice.
Huh?
Thank you.
Coffee was
what? I don't know.
Cool. I don't know.
Hello.
Oh my!
The fourth horsey.
You look like a ghost,
dude. What have you done to yourself?
Yeah.
Hey, Hex Sailing. Hex Sailing. Thank you so much.
Hear us? You can't hear us.
5.55. Fair winds ahead.
Sailing? Long time no see. How you doing, bud?
Nice, dude. Thank you so much, dude.
Hi, DC.
DC, can you hear us?
Talk to us. Should I hide him again?
He looks like Edward Scissorhands. Hey, bro,
like powder.
Show me your hand.
Like powder.
Powder. Does he know he's live?
He's got a fresh cut.
Oh, he's always got that.
I don't think he knows he's live.
All right. Wait for him to be ready.
Let me put some pants on.
Didn't have to cut him off, yeah. Fourth Horseman. The fourth horseman of the crypto apocalypse. The apocalypse.
Just a little late. How deep are we into the stream?
An hour.
5 minutes?
15,
or 11.
Hour and 15.
Oh, really? That long?
Oh. Yeah.
There he is. Can you hear us now?
Oh, put you back. Okay, we're gonna. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Did you ever see him with? He's got that Jesus statue with he had the freaking what was it? The Star Wars cruiser on there. It was holding.
Did he put the Hex logos on him?
Yeah, he put Hex logos on it too. But yeah.
No, I think that for coffee, dude, like 800 views when PulseChain comes, I mean, those numbers, dude, are
10x.
It was crazy just a few months ago to even think about this. Not even like a few years ago, but like when PulseChain comes out, man, it's going to be 5,000, 4,000 views. I mean, that's before PulseChain even comes out. So it's kind of crazy how, and all of our channels are growing. All of our numbers are growing, and like my numbers have been growing crazy
you guys are
just the last few days.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know
I've decided not to freaking sling the freaking hopium out there like you guys.
Yeah, I'm dealing it.
Yeah,
it's the cure for fuddanil, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
There's a hopium. There's a fuddanil epidemic, and I'm just trying to give people hopium.
Yeah, hopium straight into the main vein. It's you have to have some hope, because if you're not, I mean, that's what we're here for. I feel like is kind of because everybody's got FUD, right? Like,
people don't know. I mean, that's what we started doing this for, was to stop the FUD, because that's all we were getting. It was like, gosh, we need to get out there and speak the other language that's not being spoke. No, it's all good.
Right.
And if you don't know by now that Richard Hart is successful in crypto, that he is probably the most successful person in crypto by the invention of HEX. If you don't know that by now, then what rock are you living under? Do you think that his chain that was built to improve HEX? Remember, PulseChain was just built to improve HEX. That's it. It's not to come out with some bitchin' cool chain. He built it to improve HEX. We were getting fucked over on ETH. It was bad. It was like little guys couldn't even stake. They were bleeding out because they couldn't even unstake it because it was so expensive. So he built PulseChain to fix that. So just remember, PulseChain isn't the GOAT. HEX is the GOAT. HEX is the GOAT. And PulseX is just going to make it better too. Yeah. So all these things are just to improve his GOAT product, which is HEX, which is the new Bitcoin, which is the new crypto that everybody's going to be using. You ask me 10 years from now what's going to happen, all the other cryptos are going to fall behind because nobody's trying to even compete with them.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What's he saying?
Yeah. I 800 viewers. So
I fix it. There he is.
There you go,
what's up? Hey. Can you hear us?
Okay.
Daddy's back. That's right.
Oh, jeez.
Daddy.
We missed you.
What's up, dude?
Man, these old son of bitches, like, let's stream at 5 a.m. Let's go, you guys.
Oh my god.
You don't have lives.
Bro, it's 1 p.m.
Dude, what are you talking about? You and I didn't even get home until 5 a.m. the last time I was out there.
Actually, well, shit.
That's what you've been doing.
Hey, RJ, you got to protect the innocent over here, man. Come on. You got to.
What's going on?
We're having steaks at midnight.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I mean, that's Vegas.
Literally, we were eating dinner at midnight, like sitting down, eating dinner, and having steaks.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So what's all this shit I hear about RG selling under the table? What's up, dude?
They said I was doing Grinder under the table.
Oh,
I was on my Grinder app.
Grinder.
That's how he got a hold of you.
No, so let Father Gaines here give you some hopium and stuff because I sell it uncut. All right, man. Like, I did a post about maybe a couple weeks ago and stuff saying where I believe like HEX could go, the Ethereum side, not just the PHEX side. I'll save my PHEX side for some other time, right? But I was saying like, yo, like we're hitting $2 minimum.
This cycle,
yeah.
Okay.
Talk dirty to me.
$2 American, not yen.
So do you think PulseChain will do better or worse?
On the PHEX side?
Yep.
Later on, it's going to catch up. It's going to sell down.
You think that the PHEX is going to be the one that sells the least? You think EHEX is going to do better? What's that?
Yeah, because there's a lot of people who are like hurting for money. They're hurting for money. You know, we got the Saudis, of course.
I get banned. I'm just gonna get fucking taken off right now.
Oh, man, you should have seen my last 2 streams where I basically said the United States is gonna let Saudi Arabia burn. But
I did. I watched him, dude. I actually love that. That kind of stuff just helps me sleep at night.
It's a little freaky, man. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, right? Basically, the Saudis and the Chinese are essentially plotting against the United States now and abandoning the dollar. So all the United States has got to hit is the reverse button on the carrier and just get out of the Strait of Hormuz right there, and then just let them kill themselves, basically.
That's yeah. So do you think that all of that stuff and with the dollar, so do you think the dollar is still going to be strong, or do you think that it's going to be like everybody else is given the doomsday doom and gloom?
No, the dollar's still going to be number one, but we're going to get a lot of money printing.
My boy,
no matter what. You're going to get a lot of money because it doesn't matter, because if the United States starts printing a lot of dollars, everyone else is going to start printing a lot of dollars. So their currencies are going to be pretty weak.
That's what.
And look, if we're in a global scenario where the U.S. dollar they're starting to do some Sandman attack, where with all these BRICS countries just start dumping all their treasuries and flooding the market, then basically all the United States either has to do is just allow oil to stop flowing from the Middle East, and then all these countries can't support themselves. Like they're literally like China. Like we could collapse China in like 3 seconds. They don't have enough oil reserves. I mean, people forget. I mean, people forget this now. Obviously, like I wasn't in the military for two of these people in the panel right here. But I mean, the reason the Japanese pretty much lost the Pacific is because we basically starved them out of oil. They couldn't find the Pacific anymore. So we won on that front. Obviously, we don't want to like do a ground attack, but it doesn't take a lot for these countries to go into crazy mode. And then on top of that, like half of China, like how the hell do we get on this topic? Jesus Christ.
Well, I like to hear the
shit that matters.
Yeah.
But
it's another nobody knows shit.
Yeah. Well, sir, somewhat. Yes.
We can speculate. We can speculate all we want. But
no, for sure. I mean, there's some interesting stuff that I even had. There's some Ottoman Empire too, but there's some interesting stuff that happened even like 8 months ago. We had pretty much open like rebellion in China because we had a farmers bank kind of go bust, and they pretty much stole $60 billion of deposits in China of farming money.
Jeez.
That was pretty terrible. And then we ended basically we would have had like a little basically like these farmers couldn't buy fertilizer, and the only reason that there wasn't this big ass problem is because of we ended up having a really, really good winter for China and Russia and stuff. Like this winter wasn't that cold. We actually had a colder winter. Actually, if you guys live here in the States and stuff like that, we have the cold snap here in the States and in California and pretty much the whole United States. We had a cold snap and shit. So we ended up getting the winter, and the Russians and the Chinese didn't get it.
But we got water. We got water in the biggest agricultural state in the freaking world. So watch what happens to California's economy when this next big boom of agriculture comes out, because we got water now. And it's gonna, it flows. That whole thing flows into all the economy out here. 5th largest economy in the world. I mean, it's going to be a big deal. Every time we get good rains, every time we have our aquifers filled and everything, California does really good the next year.
No, definitely. I mean, it's you're right. It's all basically ebb and flows and stuff like that. I'm just gonna say, like, there's just so many people in the world. I mean, like, I'm from the red pill space and stuff now, and I've been a part of that space for a long time. And these are like some of the biggest, like, America's gonna fall. All hail Saudi Arabia. All hail Dubai. Allah Akbar. It's a bunch of pussy ass Europeans, right? Like, I mean, they're the most fucked. Let's be for real. Like, let's talk some.
You red pillars are getting bold.
It's like,
Stop it with the pussy.
I know the magic incantation to take Coffee's channel down. I've done it before.
Yeah.
You can't take mine down.
I've never even gotten a strike. I've never even gotten a strike, bro. Yeah.
Jeez. I've had a whole channel deleted.
I swear sometimes I just don't I don't say weird shit about like the Clinton is, the Clintons and all that.
Yeah. You can't even say it.
I can't even say it.
Mr. Goody Good Hex over here had his canceled.
No, so what do you think? So you think that we start pumping in all markets now that they're turning the money printers back on, or do you think it's gonna lag?
Yeah, me and Charlie have been saying that since maybe November, October. We're going to have a really nice summer, but this is all has to do with the Federal Reserve. I mean, look what just happened, right? We had magically every freaking crypto bank in the world went down magically, right? We had Silvergate, First Republic, Signature Bank. Obviously, I think we had a little bit. I don't know too many startups on that space, but I'm guessing since we had 50% of all the startups in the United States on Silicon Valley Bank also went down as well. So we had every single avenue where crypto banking was done. Now magically, JP Morgan's the biggest crypto bank in the world now. Magically now.
Yeah.
Magically.
Well,
right?
they set them up to fail by deregulating all of them and letting them all over leverage themselves, and then they rug pulled on them.
Yep.
They rug pulled all the investors rug pulled on them, and it screwed them. So it was set up. It was totally set up.
So do you think that that's good for crypto, or do you think it's?
We bottomed already. We bottomed already. I mean, we bottomed already. No,
I agree with that.
It's not good for crypto at all. I mean, on my 2 streams ago, right on my, I pretty much just said, like, bro, we're getting throttled right now. Watch this shit. So I used to be able to do, like, I said this, like, well, I like these $100 bills with these tears I have on my cheeks and stuff like that, right? I used to be able to instantly get like $100,000 on Coinbase or on any of these protocols and be able to like withdraw it within the same day.
Yeah,
they throttled me down to like by 95% to $5,000. Yeah, it doesn't sound, but it sounds like, oh, boo hoo, Miguel, right? But then I started asking. Then I asked my students, like, yo, have you guys been having trouble getting money into crypto? He's like, yeah. I thought it was just me. I thought it was like because this is what happens, right? You fuck up something on your account a little bit, and you're like, oh yeah, it's my fault, right? Damn it. Coinbase is being done with me, or Gemini is being done with me, or Kraken's being done with me. No. Right now, they're not allowing wire deposits into Coinbase right now. Like if you actually try to do a wire deposit or a bank transfer or something like that, you can do bank transfer, but wire deposit, they took the account number away. So now all you can do is like $5,000, $10,000 at most and stuff like. Gemini allows you to do like 25,000 right now, but they're taxing your ass something like $700 to $800 on 25 G's.
Jeez, bro, it's fucking impossible to open a bank account now. Like, I mean, I was able to find I found a couple that were kind of crypto friendly, but you can't even mention the word. It's like a bad word.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous, man. I finally got I'll tell you guys which one off stream. But yeah.
Yeah, I had, that's how I set all mine up. None of them have crypto in anything, you know.
Right. Then you shouldn't. I mean, this is why, Sam Bankman-Fried. The reason he named all his corporations basically something like a Delphi research or whatever the research or whatever. It's just
research sounds better. Yeah.
It just sounds better.
And they always acted like they weren't part of crypto. In the beginning, that's how they were acting, like they were an investment firm. You know, they were just this. You know, they weren't even involved in crypto. Crypto was kind of like the back end sideline thing that was going on. You know, and so they faked the funk.
So yeah, we're having money printing going on right now, 100%. But the Fed can't. Basically, we're playing this weird game of almost like a stagflation, where the Fed's going to keep increasing interest rates. Right, we just increased another 25 basis points. We had every bank collapse. We had a huge banking problem. Do you think that would have been the perfect time to pause? Right? Hey, okay, we're not going to increase rates anymore. Nope. We 25 more basis points. So we're increasing 2 to 3 more times. If you put 3 to 4 months on the calendar, what does that put us? Right in the middle of summer, right there. So pretty much until the Fed pauses, we're going to continue to go up. They're money printing right now. Any bank that's in trouble can then use these swap lines and take whatever underwater what's called securities that they have in terms of they can take. And so basically, because the problem is that their bonds, the way bonds work is that the higher the interest rates go, the higher the yield goes on brand new debt, right? But that means your current debt, the actual dollar price crashes down. So
and it's like a margin call is what it is, and that's what happened to those banks because they stuck it in 30 years.
Yeah, they stuck it in 30 and 10 years. Yeah,
and that's where they fucked up, and that's what screwed them all. And and when you get margin called, you know what happens. And on top of that, the freaking what's his name, Peter? What the frick is his name? Anyway, he's Mr. Libertarian, supposed whatever. He's the one who had all of his people pull out of that bank and crashed it, and then started this whole thing.
Oh, Peter Thiel.
Thiel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. He was the guy who caused the bank run.
He was kind of like the CZ of this bank run, right?
He was the CZ. He was the CZ.
Yeah. He just called
the same thing to FTX.
He called out the bullshit basically, and everyone's like, "Wait, is he right?" And people are like, "Yeah, he's right. Like those bonds are worthless now. I better get my money out of there because the bank might not have my money." And really quick, thank you, Unplugged Dad. Can we have a moon minute? I think we're kind of having a moon minute, but we'll keep going. We'll give you a few. Thank you so much for the tip, and also Bob Fry with the €50. Thank you so much, Bob Fry. You're the man, dude. Nice. From across the pond. Hello. How are you?
Even though DC called you a bunch of pussies, you're still giving generously. We appreciate you.
I honestly can't believe you're still donating. So thank you. It's shocking to me.
I meant their governments. Sorry.
Yeah, man. But so yeah. Crypto is just impossible now. Crypto is the boogeyman. It's not really the problem, dude. Like the Signature Bank was fine. Like the actual bank itself was totally that Dodd-Frank Act guy, he came out and said, I think this is just Operation Choke Point 2.0. So the same exact lawyer group that went after Operation Choke Point 1.0 is basically calling out what's happening now is all the exact same tactics, all the exact same, thing over again. So I think they're going to try to go after. I don't even know who you go after. The regulators are going to try to sue the regulators now for deliberately
unregulating for deregulate. How do you sue a regulator for deregulating? They deregulated the banks is what they did. They said, okay, little bank, you can go act like a big bank now and get as much you can, what was it, 250 billion versus the 50 billion that they were supposed to get. So they got to act like big banks. And then what do? They over leverage themselves by putting 30-year and 10-year freaking bonds in, and boom, they got rug pulled. Oh, who could have expected that?
Just, I mean, particularly Silicon Valley Bank was the one that really caught with his pants down, because there's something like 93% of customer deposits were past the FDIC insurance limit.
Jeez.
Like, that's a crazy high ratio. You know, normally it's like 50%, maybe.
It's the same thing that happened in 2007 with the mortgage problem. They allowed everybody they said, oh no, everybody should have a house. Just state your income. We don't need to know what your income is. You need a $500,000 loan? Oh, we got it for you. Now, houses back then were only 200,000-300,000, but they were rising really fast because everybody can get a house. And then what did they do? They took the bad loans and the good loans and mixed them together and say, hey, these are A-rated loans. And when everybody saw that the jig was up, boom, the investors pulled their money, the rug got pulled, and then a freaking margin call time.
Speaking of that, what do you think about the housing market, dollar cost?
Oh, it's fucked.
Still?
Yeah.
Like, you think it's But do you think that's the next black swan event that happens in America? That the housing market? No.
The next one is probably going to be smaller cities going bust. So one thing that I've been looking at for a long time is when we start getting near 5.25, 5.5% for the federal fund rate, we start getting into like smaller cities getting into like going bust. So like counties going bust for some of their debt. Yeah, some of
because they're doing the same thing the banks are doing.
Yeah. I just never thought about cities going bust. I never thought about that.
We had a bunch of them in California that had that problem.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
because they did the same thing during this real estate run. But I think real estate is going to obviously it's going to cool and chill down because of the interest rates. People aren't going to be able to afford homes. They're not going to be able to.
And they can't get out.
I think it's going to be more of a slow crash, not like a crazy, 2000.
It's going to be a fizzle, and then it's going to.
So what happens when a city goes bust?
That's right.
What does that look like?
What happens? What happens when a city goes bust?
They BK. They BK, and they default on their shit, and then they try and pick up the pieces and move on, and that's what they've all done. Look, that's the thing. Everyone thinks it's doomsday and zombies are coming out, and you got to get your shotgun and go fucking hide in your truck, right? No, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. They restart the shit, and then it's all good. Get back up on your feet. Let's go. Okay.
Well, bankruptcy laws are like, they're one of the most important things that have happened. The idea of the LLC is like you can basically fail and restart with no consequences, and that was what allowed America to kind of propel past so many of things. In other countries, when you fail, like you are fucked, and you need to. You're in debt for the rest of your life. Either you're in jail, or you're dead, or you're paying the money back for the rest of your life. Whereas like you can just be like, I declare bankruptcy, and like everything's back to normal again.
Yeah, shit that cracks me up is that there's all these dudes that like, one day the zombie apocalypse or society will come down, and then like there's no more jobs anymore, and then we're going to be hunting for survival and everything like that. Yeah. No, like, well, you know what's going to happen if that actually did happen? Your ass would be a slave,
right?
Somebody else with an army or military.
Yeah,
like
there'll be jobs.
Like
RG3's family, we're gonna come for you. I'm gonna put a bunch of you in my backyard, and I'm gonna steal all your 5-gallon buckets of mac and cheese. That's what I'm gonna
do. They just have some fantasy, like one day when society collapses, I'll be a Chad, and then I'll have a girlfriend and stuff, and like she'll Rebecca will love me and stuff because she has to, because there's no food, and I have all the guns.
Right.
And food. Like, I'm gonna have a harem, dude. Trust.
That's what they're hoping for. That's
what it is.
You can tell he's thought about this before.
I'm a loser in this society.
Poor little basement dwellers. Oh my god!
It's the only way they can get women, huh?
Yeah, 0 to hero, baby. I'm a 0 to hero, baby. The apocalypse, baby. There's no choice. Rebecca's coming with me, baby.
I got a shotgun, a pickup truck, and 5 gallons of chili mac, baby.
There's so many nerds in their mom's basement with like fucking ninja swords and fucking ninja stars, and they're praying for like society to collapse, because then they'll be up with their trench coats like, I'll be the one to save the world. But you don't want that, like, really, like, it's like fucked up, like you're kind of like you call it, it's kind of an incel dream.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, it's the same thing now. This is kind of real. This is a real version of it, but it's like when people go to college and stuff, you get to reinvent yourself. That's sort of the basis of it a little bit. Nobody knows who I am over here, so I can change who I am at that point, right? But that's the more advanced version of it. Like, is there going to be a couple people that do actually like become the like badass and or like survivor? Well, yeah, of course, right? But most people are just going to be ordinary to bad. So if society breaks down, they're going to run out of supplies. They're going to run out of bullets. A bigger swarm of a gang is going to take over or whatever. Like, bro, like, you know, I'll be king of California. You know,
whoever's got more bullets.
Yeah, guns and ammo and food.
I mean, it uses them right.
And the American government's got all of the bullets. So
exactly. They got Marines, and those guys want to eat you. That's what they do.
Did you ever hear like Louis C.K. had a bit about that? It was like, you just give a fucking Xbox controller to some military dude, and he like wipes out the entire QAnon fucking board with one drone strike.
Well, I mean, geez, it is kind of, but the whole market reset thing is kind of, it's just, I think it's more interesting to watch because it's been talked about for so long. I mean, since I was a kid, it was always like, it's going to happen any day. And then it's just like, tomorrow it's happening. And then it's just kind of getting kicked down the road. But at this point, it seems, and it always probably seems like this, but it's at a tipping point. But then they just restart it for the next year, and then it's one more year, guys. We got one more year, and then
integration of different processes that are going to be. That's how it's going to unfold and happen. It's going to be like a thief in the night. We're going to have little things that are going to pop in and start changing our financial culture and our financial well-being. You can say it's not going to be an overnight thing that happens all of a sudden. It's just going to be one little thing after another, and everybody will get outraged just enough about the one little thing that you'll yell and scream, but nobody's going to fucking do anything about it. Right. And then they'll wait a little longer, and then something else will happen, and that's how it's going to happen. They're going to have to spoon feed it.
Just wait. One day, my 5 ounces of silver is going to buy me a house. Man, bro. No. You laugh now. I have America in my pocket right now.
You guys are playing with your.
Have you ever heard of some of these gold and silver grifters? These ass I like if you go to their channel, some of them are basically saying 1 ounce of silver will buy you a slave because everyone's going to be so poor they're going to be coming after your gold.
Why would you want that? Why would you want that world? Why would you want that? Dude. Fuck, man.
Those guys are grifting so hard. They're like the zombie preppers, bro.
They literally. I sat down and had a consultation with one of those companies just to kind of hear what it is they had to say. And they literally have different sizes of gold and silver for you so that you can use it as currency when the apocalypse happens. And they sell it to you like that. So do you want Apocalypse 1 package or do you want Apocalypse 5 package? Now, this is what you're going to need to trade for water and food. And this is what you're going to need to trade for property and guns. And this is what I was like, and they're fucking serious, man.
Yeah.
As a business idea. You can make some money selling shovels to gold miners out there.
That's true. Dollar Cost, what do you think about the Fed now? The what they're coming out with? I know it's just banks is what we were talking about earlier.
But Fed now.
Yeah, I mean, I've literally, go on my Instagram. I just did a whole post on it too. I just literally did a whole video on that.
You did?
Oh yeah, I've been talking about the central bank digital currency for like such a long time now, and all this stuff coming. Dude, if you guys want some sauce? You guys really want some sauce right here?
Yeah, let's hear. Yeah, hit us with the sauce.
Anything about central bank digital currency, you get tons of views on Instagram. People are fucking freaking out about it. Yeah, straight up. Like I just literally did. I did a post the other day, and I got like 380,000 views on a reel. It got me like 5,000 followers.
All right, here, everybody, start clipping this up. What Dollar Cost? He's about to sauce all over you.
So we talk about it all the time on Discord Syndicate.
What I've been trying to get all the. I've been trying to get all the freaking hexagons to get on Instagram. Like, we command a huge presence on Twitter. Like, we're the biggest community on Twitter. If we just went on Instagram, like we'd be gigantic. Like we have to get all. Is this cycle is we start getting a lot more normies into the space because look, all of us. The reason we're not that worried about what's going to happen is because we're in the capital class. Right. If they print money, we have coins that are very low inflation or a limited supply or deflationary. And there's more people coming into it, so it ends up the price you double the amount of people in, the price doesn't double, it 10x's, right? Yeah. So this is the kind of places that we're in and stuff. Like we're just like literally start like I've been saying this on my streams, and I've been saying this like with you guys as well. Like DCA more cash into the space, even if it's in stables, but get your money in the space, because what if they ever completely shut it down for a little bit? I mean, like I just to go off an earlier point, we're gonna have a nice summer. We're gonna pump up. We're gonna see $38,000-$40,000 Bitcoin. Right, this is the normie. It's kind of funny. It's like there's normie crypto guys, but the normie crypto guys are watching the Bitcoin and Ethereum price, and we're going to hit like something like $38K, $44,000 on Bitcoin before we get like a 50% correction. So it means we're pumping really nice into the summer. Everything's gonna be really nice. I mean, it's gonna be it's like if you look at it, we bottomed in November of last year. We've been in a bull market this entire time. Like the hex, like what recession for the Hexicans? If you've been out here, you've been buying. I mean, for real, we hit like what 1.6 cent low. We're still what are we at 9? Right? What's the price right now? 9 cents.
Yeah, nine.
What recession are we talking about? Like we're over here buying Lambos. Like what are we talking about right now? But
not all of us. Not all of us. Not all of us.
RG. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'll call you after your RG actually. Get you fixed up on the Lambo. No, but this is we're gonna have a really nice pump. But then what's gonna happen is when the Fed pauses rates,
everything crashes, right?
Everything crashes temporary. We're gonna have a 40% crash in the market at least.
And we're having one more increase.
A pivot, right?
Next one
when they pivot,
2 more. We're having 2 more.
2 more.
2 more increases.
I thought there was only one more. I thought they was saying there was one more of 25, and then it was done.
That's the word.
Possibly. Okay. That's the good one. But do you want? But then when they pivot and then they start doing, do you think they'll go negative?
No.
Negative. Oh, you mean go back
like
down
a
to
pivot?
0?
Yeah. And they start. Yeah.
They've said not for this year, but if things break down, they'll probably lower it to 3%. So they'll go down like 150 basis points. They'll just drop it by a couple percent or something like that. 1.5%, 2%. But they're not going to 0 anymore unless things get really bad.
Really?
Yeah. Like they've increased the rate so they can have like a levered, like they're printing money right now. They just need a lever and stuff. So they're going to eventually guarantee all the debt. And they're going to start guaranteeing, because right now, like all the community banks and all the banks in the middle of the country are like crying because all the West Coast and East Coast banks are fucking failing. And they're like, well, you guys are bailing these assholes out, but you're not bailing us out. I mean, you should have seen it. Like, what's called the head of the treasury, Janet Yellen, that lady barely even talk. Janet Yellen, right? She was getting grilled by this association. I mean, it was the Oklahoma Association for like small banks and stuff like that. And she was getting cooked.
Yeah.
She was getting cooked with gasoline. Like she couldn't like, so this program is going to back all banks, right? Not just these like West Coast banks. Like we have farmers that need loans and stuff to make sure that we have food in this country and stuff. Are you gonna allow those to happen? And Jesus Christ.
Changing things up a little.
Getting dizzy.
There we go.
It's like, are you gonna allow this to happen and stuff? And she was like, eventually, because you're going to have to. If you're gonna bail out these fucking like basically who got bailed out was a bunch of crypto bros and tech bros. The way the government sees it, even though it's not true. I think on the crypto bro side, let's be for real, like they kick those banks down. But like geopolitically, right? I mean, like, the crypto banks failed, and then the tech bro banks failed. How are you not going to bail out a bunch of farmers,
right?
Middle America, or the real estate developer? You're going to. That's money.
This bailout is different. Though. This bailout is more like it's technically just a loan that they're able to take for another year. So what happens in a year? Are we just re-fucked again in 1 year?
Yeah, they're gonna have to do it again. Yeah,
they'll redo it. They'll redo it.
Yeah, we kicked the can down the road for the fucking election.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear.
Yeah. The new president could deal with it. You deal with it. It'll be on his watch. That's kind of what if there is one.
That's guitars. So
thanks, bro.
Is this what the new wealth class looks like? Kinetic said.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
So you think with the new election, by the way, with the new elections, do you think that we start pumping into the new elections as like hopeful that we have somebody that can speak for our next president? And
Well, what's nice is that the regulators are going to start backing off, because the political issue is so hot, like this last election, they just totally backed off of it. They did not want to. They don't want to touch it. They don't want to be on either side of the fence during the elections on this stuff. They don't know what way it's going to turn on them, whether it's going to go good or bad for them. So they stay away from it during election time, which I discovered that when I went to DC this last year, and it was like, what the heck's going on? And none of the legislators were like, all the lobbyists were working. They wanted to get things done. They were trying to push their agendas, but the politicians are just like, when it's election time, they have certain things that they have to say and talk about, and crypto is not one of them. Really? Maybe this next cycle there might be something.
Yeah.
But it'll be about regulating the centralized exchanges, the money handlers. Anybody who's considered a money transmitter is going to be the ones that are going to be on the chopping block.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this for the clip right here, right? We are more than likely going to have some sort of stimulus checks that are going to happen over the next 2 years, 3 years, because we were going to get the central bank digital currency of the United States rolling out in 2025, 2026. We just got Fed now, which basically it's basically just a cryptocurrency. You saw that shit? It was just like 300. You can swap 365 days a year, 7 days a week at any time. Like, wait, that's just a crypto, homie. Like, what are we talking about right now?
It ain't nothing new to us.
Yeah.
The government's shitcoin.
The government's shit.
But they're I mean, I've said this before in the past. It's like, do you want your stimulus checks in 3 weeks, or if you sign on to this app, Fed Now app, you get it instantly, and every hoochie mama is going to like sign on to that app, man. I'm telling you.
But do you think that they're gonna like? How are they gonna do that? They're not gonna have like seed phrase, because there's no way some of these idiots. I mean, I talk to people all the time. They're like, I don't have my seed phrase. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
I put in 10 grand. Where I don't know where my seed phrase is. It's like, are you joking or like? But they really don't. And it's like, well, it's gone, bro. So how are they gonna? I know it's not a. I know it's not
like
that.
It's like signing into a Bank of America app.
Okay,
that's going to be 100%.
I just don't understand. So it's all going to be digital, completely digital. There's not going to be a blockchain where you can actually track somebody's wallet. It's just going to be
They have the blockchain. They have the blockchain. We won't be able to see it. They'll have it.
Like a private blockchain.
What's the point of them even having a blockchain if they want to be able to edit it and fucking delete shit? Why wouldn't you just have a database at that point?
They want to track it. So I mean, if you do something they don't like, they can fucking arrest your ass. We're trying to like.
Yeah, I guess. So it's going to be just like a Venmo, but it's tied to your social security number, and everyone gets one. Okay.
Yep. And they're basically right. And the biggest cap I saw in the whole video was like they were like, oh, and you can connect directly to your credit union. Shut the fuck up. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. They're right. Like, bro, the credit unions are going to die. The small bank, like, they're essentially this is a concentration of the banking sector that's happening right now. Like, all deposits just flew to J.P. Morgan, like Bank of America, and like Wells Fargo. Like, what are we talking about right now? Like,
I want to hold my money in like not the worst banks, not the best banks, but I want banks number like 50 to 200. I want like 4 or 5 different banks in that area range. I do have one credit union, but it's one of the bigger credit unions. So it's like I'm just trying to collect enough banks so I'm not fucked by any one particular thing failing. But I don't know if that's good or bad.
So I was talking to like Justin Waller, right? Justin Waller was talking to George Gammon and about like what some of the ultra wealthy people in the United States are doing and around the world. What they're doing right now is because they're kind of like they don't know exactly where to leave. Like outside of money that you need right now, you leave it in banks. Of course, the money you need to operate a business. But like let's just say if you're running a big business and you have 50 million, 100 million, $5 million, what they're doing is that they're directly just buying U.S. Treasuries. And then he's like, because this shit won't fail. They'll have the treasuries because they'll bail out the treasuries. So they're holding a lot of like T-bills and stuff like that.
That's what MakerDAO did.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So when you're ultra wealthy, they're just like, fuck the banks. I'm holding the actual. I'll just buy the bonds outright myself.
Huh.
Just smart. I was like, dang, that's pretty smart. I was like,
if only they knew about crypto, though. Honestly, crypto is literally the fucking way out of that.
Yep.
Hold your money on.
Exactly the way out of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. It is the solution.
Do you think it is? So you think that we're in a bull run, but until the banks or the Fed starts to pivot or at least goes zero, and then 50% correct?
Yeah. Like basically, we have the lows already, right? Like we'll crash back. So we'll hit like $44,000 for Bitcoin. We'll crash back down to low 20s. That's where we'll go back to low.
So what do you think Shanghai is going to do then?
Nothing much. It's what 1.5% to 2% release of coins, if maximum. It's not that much.
I thought it was 15.
I thought all of them were.
No. They're doing stairs. They're doing like tranches or like little. Baby steps. Yeah. Can you imagine if these assholes actually released it all in one day?
Well, that's what I thought it was all about.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're too scared, bro. They're too scared to do that. So the way they're gonna do that is like the guys who staked first, right? The guys who've been staked the longest are gonna unlock first, and the guys most recently later. That's how it's gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to hear your most bullish predictions on PulseChain and what it's gonna do and how awesome it's gonna be afterwards, or up to the release.
Are we on camera?
Yeah.
Obviously, I think, of course, right. We're gonna do 100,000x for PulseChain, of course, right? On the record, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, people have all these price predictions and have like, oh, it's gonna be this much of it. I've always said I'm gonna wait until the coin comes out before I'm gonna start doing all that stuff. But it's probably gonna do 1,000x from its low, like at least.
Okay.
The only reason I'm not saying it's gonna do like 10,000x is because it doesn't have like locking mechanisms like HEX. Just
right.
That's
what. Yeah.
Yeah,
you can. I mean, I try to tell people that too, because it's like HEX did a 10,000x because we had to stake it. You know what I mean? We had to stake it. If I would have put in the amount that I had, and then I had my first time that I did a 10 or 15x, I probably would have sold and been like, "Hey, that's it. You know, I'm out.
I'm out of here."
Watched it run and probably got wrecked.
I got my side.
The old website used to say literally programmed to pump. And then I think Richard realized like, okay, maybe that's a little too shilly. Like, but I mean, really it's programmed to pump. PulseChain is just additional programming for HEX to continue to pump. I mean, in a way, you know, it's just
HEX is the
1,000x sounds good.
This might get HEX another 10,000x.
That would be what, $100 HEX?
Yeah.
That's not impossible at all. People think it sounds crazy, but
wait till HEX becomes so rare that people are waiting in line to get it.
Hey, 100,000x is $5.56.
Oh, so $50 would be
$5.65 is 100,000x.
So million X is like $50.
$50. Yeah.
Bitcoin did a million X with like 2% of the freaking people.
Yeah. So they did 6 million.
Yeah. I remember we were in Miami with Richard, right? And I told him, hey, 10,000x was pretty good, but you know what sounds better? 100,000x. He was like, I like the sound of that.
Well, I don't see it out of the question. HEX can do that. I don't know about PulseChain. I'm PulseChain and PulseX. I know they're going to do well. I'm thinking 250x for Pulse, 150x for PulseChain or PulseX. I'm okay with those numbers. But I think HEX is going to pump. I think HEX can do another 10,000x a few times. I think we can do 100,000x. I don't see why it can't. It's better than Bitcoin. It's better. It is better. The corn is dead. It's done. That thing is fucking stick a fork in that son of a bitch. It's over with. Old. Bitcoin is over with. We need to go into the next iteration. The next 5-10 years, this is HEX's run right now. It is the only coin that does what it do, and nobody can stop it.
I feel bad for the people that are still trying to get their head around Bitcoin. It's like, Bitcoin, bro. Like, we are so far beyond that right now, bro. Like, it's just like,
God, man.
There's levels to this shit, man. I'm telling you, man. There's levels to this stuff. But like, Archie's probably right too. I mean, let's just be like the best performing L1s. They did like a 300x to 150x. I mean, like even Cardano last cycle, what was it? It hit like a low of a penny and it went up to $3.37 60. So 300x is not like out of the question. It could be like maybe because PulseChain's better and stuff, and there's more. It actually has an ecosystem mechanics. I don't know if you heard what Maddie's trying to do and stuff with like with the locking feature and stuff. Then maybe some people do that a little bit. So hey, 400x, 500x is not out of the question from the low. Motherfuckers.
Yeah. But how much of that you actually experience is always going to be like, but still.
And the other thing, before you came in, I said, PulseChain was built to make HEX better. That's it. It was built to make HEX better. That's why Richard built it. Somebody said it was built to help Ethereum. No, he built it to make HEX better. That's why. And it's going to make HEX better, and it's going to do its multiples of X. But if Hex is better than it was on ETH and it did 10,000x on ETH, what's it going to do on PulseChain?
I think a lot of people for PulseChain are forgetting the biggest money makers that we had in the last bull run, which is airdrops. And I think PulseChain is going to have so many flipping airdrops that people are going to get that it's like you might not ever have to even sell your Pulse because you're just going to get airdrops left and right. I mean, we've already seen people like the sacrifice was the big thing before PulseChain came out, but after it's out, I think that people might be done with sacrificing and maybe they come up with airdrops because that's how you really onboard a lot of people is airdrops. And
Hexo is going to live on air dump all of his airdrops right on top of your head and show you guys that he's buying Hex with it.
Yep, I will too. I don't care.
No shame. He's going to hit that sell button. And he's going to buy some Hex.
But yeah, I mean, airdrops for us in 2019, 2020 were just, uni. I can't remember all of them, but there was lots of them, that we pulse Bitcoin and stuff like that, where it's, free money. It's crazy.
Hedron was a big one. I think that's the most valuable one we've had so far.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but remember this, you guys, like a lot of these airdrops you're getting with the SAC ones and stuff are probably not worth that much. I mean, like I think I've talked to Coffee about this in private, like, and I've talked to students about this. Sure, if it's really easy and it's not that, it's pretty low risk, why not? But like, don't compromise a sacrifice wallet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but if you really like the coin that bad, I mean, literally, you can just buy $1,000 of it and you'll get a ton more than you're probably going to get airdropped anyway, unless it's like a very special event or something,
That's what I did with Weight Token. I just bought a tiny little like $100 bag just because I'm gonna need it later to save on fees one day for the the on ramp or whatever. But my SAC wallet, I don't know about like, and I'm sure it's fine. I mean, no one's been hacked yet. It's 99.99% fine. To me, it's not worth it to get $50 worth of coins when I can just buy $100 worth of coins and not connect to that thing.
Coffee, do it. Just stop being a bitch. Let's do it.
Well, it's kind of like when I can't remember the coin, the airdrop, but you had to connect your wallet to it with your Hex stakes. And it's like some of those 15-year stakes, you don't want to be, connecting to a wallet because once those are compromised, you're wrecked, dude. Like,
well, here's the thing too: just don't be the first guy. Just wait a couple months, wait a week or two. No one's
always wait for Coffee to do it. I was waiting for him to put out a video, and they're like, "Okay, yeah, it's good now."
Okay, now.
Dude, I've been a little reckless sometimes, dude. I've been a little reckless, man.
Yeah, don't forget the shrimps, bro.
Even Communist, I was like, "Oh shit, man! I really want this free money." I didn't know if it was gonna, but like I knew the developer from way back when. It's like audited all that shit. So free money is free money. I can't resist it, guys. I'm a whore for free money.
Yeah, it's kind of it's easy.
Yo, supposedly Top G is gonna be released tomorrow.
Oh, I heard.
Oh shit, no way.
Because I heard because people were telling me in the background that like, oh yeah, this Friday. Yeah, so he was supposed to. So
today, right?
It was supposed to be today. They're moving it to tomorrow.
Okay.
So it's proven that it was all bullshit, or?
Oh no, it is all bullshit. Like, bro, he didn't like these hoes are dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't they get caught? They got caught lying about it. Like they got caught like with the master plan. Like we're gonna frame him and shit like that.
Do you know what happened last time? It was imagine. All right, imagine this, right? This isn't hard to imagine, right? Wait, is Saul's just wife around? Hold it. Mute your mic. No, I'm just funny. No, he's like, but basically, like, imagine like you have all these chicks around and stuff like that, and some chick like you're having a party and stuff, and all these chicks are around, and chicks lie to their boyfriends, right? This whole thing, like, if you know a lot of girls, right? Most girls are never single. Let's be for real here. Most girls are never single. Like, they're always doing something, right? So basically, he was doing a giant party there in the UK and stuff. He was hanging out with some chicks. Some chick lied to her boyfriend that she was at a party, and then basically her friends ended up like Snapchatting or fucking like or storying her at the party and stuff. And then her boyfriend's like, "What are you doing there?" And then she said like, "Oh my god, he trafficked me. He tricked me here, and he won't let me leave and stuff like that." So he was, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of that sort of stuff, dude. It's like,
so is he out now or what?
No, he's still tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow he gets out.
Women.
Whammy.
Can't live with him.
I'm sorry, he's a jackass, man. That guy's a jackass. I fucking hope he rots. He's a jackass.
Well, Thanks, Coffee, for inviting me. Crypto, Dollar Cost Crypto. Thank you guys
for giving up 2 hours of your Friday. And
so good seeing you guys.
I know you're super busy these days with all the
we're all busy.
All the 9 to 5 jobs, rat race and stuff.
Next time we do the stream, can you do it like a couple hours more, like if we start around this time, or like?
Yeah, I gotta account for when you wake up, so I'll make a couple more hours from now.
It's my bedtime now. I gotta get to bed. I gotta get my
he's got supper going right now. He's
got supper. Hey, supper ready.
I smell onion soup.
I'll go get my slippers. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later.
All right. So last question, Dollar Cost. When do we start pumping?
Wait, what do you mean?
When do we pump? When do we start pumping? Crazy.
When am I going to be
candles
rich?
Back in the day. Remember the before PulseChain was.
We're gonna have a couple more decent pumps and stuff. I mean, like, I still believe we're probably like PulseChain's not launching for 2 to 3 more months. I mean, we just barely had the V3 launch out. We have people playing around with. We have people playing around with the test net. Then we find bugs. Another month to fix bugs. Another month to fix up UI issues, and then market timing. And if you, I personally think Rachel's market timing.
Agreed.
I know you do.
whenever we get the dip in the market, right, that 50% correction, I think he launches it right after that point, and then we're smooth sailing from there. Yeah. But he may find out like, oh man, they're really money printing, and we just start storming off, so he just launches it. Like it all depends. It's either when crypto he's trying to catch either like, oh wow, this thing's actually going to keep going to all time highs, or once we dip down and we start recovering, that's when you launch it, because you basically don't want to launch like, imagine if we launched PulseChain when 3 Hours Capital went down, or when Luna crashed on the same day. How smart would that have been?
Yeah,
not very.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks,
yeah.
guys. Miguel, if you want to stay on, I got a couple questions I want to grill you.
Please, I'll stay on. I don't have times like these guys.
Yeah, let's let these family guys go.
No, we actually party, man. We're up all night and stuff, party all day.
But I'll be back out in Vegas here in another few weeks.
Yeah, please hit me up after the stream.
Yeah, we'll talk. All right,
thanks a lot for coming, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, man. We'll see you guys.
God bless.
Peace out. And thanks for the tip, Nickelback guy. Nickelback Bob. Getting the band back together. $5. All right. Yeah, dude. So back in the day, I mean, you were saying like rate hikes are going to continue to happen more in the later half of the year. And now I think what you just said is kind of like the opposite. Like they're going to just keep hiking rates for the next 2 months. Oh, hex out. Yeah, later, bro. They're going to keep hiking rates for the next 2 months. And now you're saying like we're going to pump into those rate hikes rather than like
into the rate hikes, because there's money.
Normally, but before that, I thought it was like the opposite. I thought it was like rate hikes are bad. Rate hikes go down.
Yeah, it's just these 25 basis point increase. Even it's even though they affect the market and stuff, it's just kind of like, oh, it's normal. It's just tightening. It takes a long.
It's expected now because everyone's like, yeah.
So anytime there's a change in what's happening, something's doing something different's happening. The market freaks out.
Like if he was raising like a whole point, it'd be like, okay, freak out. But now it's just because we're so used to it, 25, 25, 25. And then they still printed money anyway,
I forgot the old term, but it's like go away in May, like that sort of
shit.
May,
go away.
Yeah, it's a little of that right there. So if they keep increasing the rates, I mean, basically we're looking at like, I'd be shocked if it's just one more rate hike increase. I'd probably say 2 more is probably more than likely. And then we get a nice dip in the market, and then from there, because I mean, we touched $29,000 for Bitcoin the other day.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, I know we're Hexicans and we don't watch the Bitcoin price that often, but the higher the Bitcoin price is, the more money floods into the space, and the more money.
Yeah.
Like Ethereum goes up, then all of us make more money.
Well, that was my new recent thought about Chapella too, about the Ethereum on staking. It's like everyone was thinking, oh, it's going to be bad, but now that things are a little more bullish in the ecosystem, that just means a bunch of Ethereum can now flow into other coins.
Right.
Like all these people are sitting on bags of ETH. Maybe they want a little bit of Hex. Maybe they want some other shit.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as they start releasing coins, like what'll happen is we'll start having Ethereum more move along with tandem with Bitcoin probably a little bit. Like, because right now, like Ethereum's been outperforming Bitcoin, and it's a lot more pumpable. So what'll happen is for the next 6 months, once it happens, 6 months, Ethereum will be a little bit not as pumpable as basically it's going to be a little less pumpable, but then after that it's going to just start ripping. from there
Yeah.
and stuff. It doesn't take much because like even with that 1.5 increase, like people just start buying Ethereum because like the whole thing is like if you can just take your new Ethereum, put in the contract and withdraw it back and forth. So like okay, it's just like being a Pulse validator, and it was really easy. Like boom, 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 get your 3% or get your 4% yield. Like damn, this is awesome. People start doing that, and then it locks up supply. Even though it's like Cardano staking where it's like there's no penalty for unstaking, like you have a large amount of people just leave, like true believers leaving. It's staking is better than no staking, and just being able to stake soft staking is better than no staking because if you leave all that Ethereum there, they're earning yield. There's not enough. Most people don't have enough Ethereum they can live off the Ethereum yield. They're leaving it there for like a long time to collect.
Well, you want to keep people in the game, dude. You want to keep people just playing like. It's not quite the same as hex staking. It's not quite as good. But there's a reason that Richard's very focused on increasing gas. You saw his latest tweet, right? He's going to like 1,000x the gas cost basically because it's so cheap. He almost made it too cheap at first. So he's like, oh shit, like we can 1,000x the gas cost. It'll still cost users only a penny to fucking transact. But now validators can actually make, 3 or 4% APY as opposed to 0.3% APY. And because like, you can't just rely on the goodness of like hexagons to want to decentralize the network.
Right.
Not only for network decentralization is it good. We're going to probably have like tens of thousands of validators now, but it also just keeps money locked within the system because these validators, they don't pull out. They're long-term holders kind of.
We're still having 30 main validators at first, right?
Well, it's not the 33 anymore at all. Like right now on testnet, we have 4,000 already.
Yeah, well, because we're testing it out and stuff, but I just want to see like in practice what ends up really happening.
Like I think that Richard's like AWS nodes will be like secretly the first to go, but that people are going to pile in. I mean, if there's 4,000 nodes on testnet, there's probably going to be at least 10,000 on mainnet. Over a couple of months. Have you heard of Rocket Pool?
Yeah, of course. Art. Yeah, they just got hacked.
Did they? Oh shit! Maybe that was a bad time to bring it up then. But
no. They're not their funds, but like some team wallet got compromised. Somebody stole like $3 million.
Team wallet though. That's like an inside job usually when it's a team wallet. But
it's only $3 million of coins. I mean, that's like a stupid amount to steal. It really is. Like that's not enough to like. Oh, let me ruin my whole life by stealing $3 million of coins. Like that's
so crazy to me, dude. Like, yeah, you could probably make that much if you're working for Rocket Pool. You'll make $3 million in over a year. Like, chill out. But anyway, Alex from Hedron is thinking about forking Rocket Pool, which would basically allow people to effectively delegate Pulse to staking. So bring delegation back, and that's just going to keep even more money within the ecosystem.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great model. Rocket Pool works really well. It generates a lot of fees and stuff like that. Because basically, you put up half the Pulse chain to be the validator. That's kind of how it works on Ethereum. Is like you put up like it takes 32 Ethereum to be a validator. So basically, I just take I'll lend you, as Rocket Pool, I have 16 Ethereum. You bring in 16 or 1, and basically it becomes more of an ad job where like join my DCC Rocket Pool, and then basically I get half of the fees, and then what's it called? I would imagine Alex or whatever, or the team gets the rest of the fees right there, and then obviously the rest of the yield ends up going to the people staking, of course. Right. Yeah. That's basically how it works. It'll do pretty well and stuff. We'll just see. But if there's not a lot of income coming out of it, I mean, it may just be more of just like to make it easier for people to do it, basically. Yeah.
Nice, man. Well, what do you got going on for today?
Today, I think I'm meeting up with a couple. Let me see. I'm gonna meet up with a couple of the like Cappy, like what's called Aaron Clary, and a couple of these guys in a few days now. And me and Charlotte are doing a ton of things in the background. Like we just funded a movie. We're doing a
was it that horror movie that you was?
Yeah. It finally went through. The bank held my fucking wire for 11 days. Can you believe that shit?
Oh my god, dude.
Dude, I've been having so much trouble with banking, bro. It's insane, dude.
Yeah, we were just talking about how wires into Coinbase are kind of fucked right now. You could do bank transfers, but yeah, it's
not so great. Yeah,
tough out there.
So we funded a movie. We're gonna start filming, casting for it. It's happening April 15th, and it's gonna be a horror movie slasher flick. And we're gonna have like a couple premieres of it and stuff. Like I think we're doing the movie premiere out of the Palms here in Las Vegas. We're gonna do a Los Angeles, Vegas, New York, and Connecticut and Miami premiere for the movie.
Damn, dude, that's just like fun, dude. That's just like fucking.
Yeah, you just more than invited. more than excited to come through and stuff like that. And we also just closed up the Red Pill Lions NFT sale and stuff. We're going to end up having a NFT collection for PulseChain as well and stuff like that. We're going to be working on intro with that and stuff. So, so just cool shit like that. And then also I'm streaming tomorrow with RH Max on my stream tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was telling me about that. I was on his channel yesterday, so we'll have
nudity. Great guy, dude. He's a cool dude, man.
Yeah. Smart guy.
Yeah.
Hey, they want to know: are there going to be titties in the movie?
We'll have probably a little bit, of course.
Nice. All right.
Yeah. Rated R for sure.
Yeah, dude. Well, fuck, man. I haven't even eaten since I woke up today, so I'm gonna probably go get me some food. Bro, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah. Don't even trip. Thank you so much for inviting me, man. I really appreciate it. Wish I had been here an hour earlier.
Yeah, so do I. Hey, it's all good, man.
Oh, so you're saying the captain and Hexo are a little hard to hang around with? Okay.
Yeah, they got limited talking points. No, but did you see the thumbnail we made? It was like anime versions of all of us.
Yeah. I was like, wow.
You got the Pepe.
But let's be for real. I came here like on brand, Latecoin Moses. I kind of
exactly. No, somebody commented that in the chat. They were like, "Yo, this is like 2020 all over again." Latecoin is late.
These guys decided to start to stream at like basically my 10:30 in the morning. Like,
yeah. No, I keep forgetting. It's 2 hours behind me, but
yeah, crypto good. Buy crypto right now, you guys. We're gonna pump. Like when it crashes later in the middle of the summer or late summer, buy again. That's probably gonna be the local low. That's gonna be the second time you're gonna have a chance to buy cheap. After that, we're gonna be rocketing off.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Music to my ears.
Buy, you guys. Like, get capital into the space right now. If you're too pussy to buy right now, you can wait in a couple months and it'll dip back down and you'll be able to buy again, even for Hex as well. And we'll be doing very well, you guys. Like,
hell yeah, dude. Nice little summer dump. Nice little summer dip, I should say.
Yeah.
And off to the races. All right, bro. I'm gonna get going.
Later.
So